Hello, hello, hello Lucy, hello Scarlet King. What do you mean by are we being for real? Are you disgusted with the concept of streaming Subnautica below zero? I mean, fair enough. Exposure to Robin is probably toxic in some manner. Hello Bebop, what is real anyway? Excellent question. According to David Hume, not very much. Why do I sound bad? Let me listen to myself. Oh, you just have everything on 100%. I was gonna say, I was listening to the replay there, I sounded pretty normal to me. I mean, I never sound normal, but, you know, sounded standard for my baseline. Sound alive? Yep. Regret to inform you, I am still here. I know everyone was hoping for other news. Why is my game audio source playing twice? Well, I don't think it's noticeable on stream because they're both in perfect sync, but for some reason both my game 1 scene and my game 2 scene audio sources are set to below zero. I don't know how that happened, because I don't stream below zero on the game 1 scene. That's the scene with the death counter. Anyway, hello everyone. It is below zero time. It's iceworm time, I think. I think that's basically the only avenue I have open to me at the moment that I can think of. So I need to get the Snowfox jump module and then see about exploring cold Arrakis. I'm just gonna let this... Such a bop. Oh yeah, I did get that. I forgot about getting that. I don't... I mean, maybe I should self-scan. Maybe I became infected and didn't notice. I don't quite know why I need the antidote. I mean, to be fair, I have been muting half of the fucking voice lines, but that's their fault for being so badly voice acted. Steven, why did you drop me like that? Scanner. Is that... I'm using Minecraft controls. Oh, there isn't a self-scan in this game. Perfect. Yeah, I'm over here, but I need the jump module. I'm installing a Minecraft mod, then your game crashing because that mod has a dependency on another mod, which also has a dependency on another mod, which, oh my god, that also has a dependency. I mean, what mod loader are you using? Like, I think Prism Launcher with Sodium should automatically install all dependencies down the chain. Right. What's going on here? Yeah, I need to go this way. Because I came over here not thinking about the fact that actually I can make the jump module right now. So now I need to head back and do that. Let's just blast off. You're getting the mods directly from a website? Why would you do that? Install them through Prism Launcher. It's easier. It's a lot easier. It's not a virus speedrun. I mean, Prism Launcher gets things from Modrinth, among other things. It just streamlines the process. It's not the website that's the problem, it's the directness of it. It doesn't do dependency management for you. You see, Lucy, this is why you use Prism Launcher. Because then it installs all the dependencies. You don't need to worry about 20 unmentioned ones, because it just does that for you. I love smashing my ship into the side of the bay that's specifically designed to park it. How's Stephen? Is he well? My favorite animation. Okay, he's fine, really. Why are all these dependencies part of one mod? Couldn't it just be packed into the one mod? Maybe the author is planning to make more mods that will use the dependencies if they're like foundational and not actually a specific part of the content. That would make sense. I don't understand precisely how the bioreactors work in this game. Ah, you see, there you go. It is all one mod. Probably it, like, has different sub-packages for development purposes. Where's the Sinofox jump module? Oh, that's so easy to make. Why is it so simple? Your ketchup comes from Kotlin. I'm pretty sure Kotlin is like a standard like modding API sort of tool system. I'm sure I did get told what to use the antidote for. I'll double check it. Yeah, she was gonna use this to neutralize, but like I didn't. Okay, I'm not looking through all of these to find out specifically what it wanted me to do again. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the bacterium doesn't need to be neutralized? I don't know. I feel like it doesn't need to be. What's in here? Oh, I can just make more, that's right, yeah. I don't feel like there's an active outbreak. Presumably I've missed that plot point. Have we got more water in here? I would really have liked to take some more with me, but whatever. If you copyright the brand, does that mean you also copyrighted the city? No, because copyright is in very specific areas. When you copyright something, you don't just get it everywhere. Trademarks are a bit more sweeping, but even there, you don't just get it everywhere. Like, if I copyright a word in, like, the furniture market, people can still use it to sell fruit. Or, like, someone can write a book titled it. Those things don't overlap. Yes, please remind me, Scarlet King, what that was to be used for, because frankly, I'm just gonna not give a fuck otherwise. I want to finish the game and start Signalis. Good to know, Lucy. I don't think you're likely to get a virus from Modrinth or Kotlin. Those are both very standard things. Curing the frozen... But I don't understand why I need to cure the frozen Leviathan. Like... Nobody's infected. It's a fucking empty cave. Nobody's going in there. It's not a problem. It's literally not causing a problem right now. Like, sure, I'll do it, but it's literally not an issue. I don't like how dramatic the soundtrack just got. Like, if I look over my shoulder, am I gonna see a fucking Reaper following me? Like too low sort of synth. You're asking where the install button is, but we don't know what UI you're using. All we know is you're evidently not using Prism Launcher. Like, beyond that, your setup is a mystery to us, Lucy. I didn't park quite as perfectly that time. Welcome to the Minecraft mods discussion stream. Also, there's Below Zero. Listen, at this stage, Below Zero needs some Minecraft discussion to keep it interesting, because I'm getting a little tired of the story. I've never been on the official Kotlin site. I don't use Kotlin. I use different mod loaders. How do I insert the upgrade? Yo, Snowfox. How do I... How do I... Bro, how is that not docked? Are we good? Thank you. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. What is happening? I'm trying to insert my upgrade into the fucking Snowfox. I don't see. I've got the Snowfox jump module. Where's? There's no button to I can pick up snow, but I can't put. I'm so confused. My inventory's at a weird angle now. What is that? What is this? I can just press a wee button. Is that my indicator? Vehicle upgrade console, but there's nowhere for me to put upgrades. It's just the coloration. There's a barely visible panel underneath on the side of the Snowfox. Where? I can't crouch in this game. So, like, I can't click on it. It's just bored Snow Fox. It's not like on the side of this. What the fuck? I have to take it off. What? I have to take it away from the upgrade console to put upgrades on it. Are we for real? Are we for real? Unknown Worlds Entertainment. What are you doing? What is this resolution? What is this image resolution? What in the fuck is this pixelated JPEG right here? What do you mean? Why is it 180p? What is going on? Also, for what purpose did I pick up 6 snowballs? I need to drop these. What are we actually doing? Oh, it's the world's shittiest jump. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Okay, it's time to fucking head to Arrakis, I suppose. I'm gonna leave my Pengling behind. If it turns out that I need it, not my fault. Blame Subnautica developers. I've got my Thumper. I've got my TARDIS teleporter. Let's go and find some fucking snow worms, ice worms, whatever they're called. They're on the cover of the game. In the same way, I forgot that you can't turn this with A and D. I actually hate how this thing controls. Like, just let me fucking turn with A and D. I don't want to strafe. I want to turn with A and D. Let me use Z and C to strafe if I have to. Or like Q and E. Well, E dismounts. Good to know. Right, here we are. This is the region. This is where everything is prepared to go wrong. Where was the bit that I, like, first entered? It was like up here. I want to explore that section. Oh, it's fucking janky. Oh dear. It doesn't have much power, does it? I feel like a power efficiency module would be more useful than the jump, to be frank. I can hear the, I assume it's the worm that I'm hearing. Somewhere in the distance. Right, this is the section that I went to previously. I've been up here. There were, like, minerals and stuff. Are we saving the game? Thank you. Can I get with the jump? I can. The jump's actually not that bad. But yeah, there's like minerals and there's more down there, but I'm kind of nervous to descend. Why does it require you to restart your PC? It doesn't. I don't know what it's telling you, but that sounds like nonsense to me. There's a lot of diamond here is all I'm getting. I don't know. I don't want to bring Steven up here because I feel like his footsteps are going to attract the worm. Now, ideally, what I would love to do is not have a blizzard. That's point 1, really. Point 1 is visibility. This is not safe driving weather. This is the foggiest fog I've ever fogged in my whole life. Can we disperse this so that I can have a peek around the corner and see where I'm going? Wish I had more slots, the Snow Fox. I just wish the Snow Fox was completely different, to be frank, Andrew. I wish it controlled differently. I don't like it how it controls. Okay, we're going around the corner. Boy. E. It's trying to like connect to the walls almost. It's kind of weird. Okay, this is a big frozen, this is like an Elden Ring Borealis lake I'm looking at here. This is the sort of lake that Borealis spawns on. So surely this is the sort of lake that a snow worm, ice worm, hingmijig spawns on. I've thought that with every large section of frozen water that I have encountered in this game so far on land, I've thought this is where the ice worm appears. This is the most horrible thing to control ever. I thought the sea truck was pretty bad. This is fucking terrible. Who designed the controls for the Snow Fox? I mean, we know it was Altera. We know they probably made it terrible on purpose because they're Alterable. But come on, you've got to have some incentive for your workers to survive. Like, just a little. I would like the fog to disperse again. The weather changes altogether too quickly in this game. You get brief periods without fog, and then you get brief periods with fog, so you're constantly stopping and starting when you're trying to see what's ahead. This is gonna make me sick. Like, can we stop bobbing up and down like we're a fucking kid on our parents' lap? What is going on with this fucking vehicle? So that looks like there's a lot more ice yonder way. And in fact, that looks like it goes right up to a nice waterfall. Whereas that goes back onto snow. So I'm kind of... Oh, what? Environmental decoration over there just despawned. I'm in the mood to go across here to try and get on the rock immediately. Perfect. Can we... Yeah, thank you. Open spaces, the only thing I hate more than things that aren't open spaces. I'm still unclear with the exact use of the thumper. Obviously no one tell me. Its description, if I go into my data bank, you didn't have to make the inventory bob. Like, that just is worse viewing and playing. Because the description is that it disturbs would-be underground attackers in a small area. Disturbs is like weird wording. And then the PDA described it as repelling unwanted creatures. But I feel like it's got to work like the Arrakis thumpers, like it's going to attract the ice worms. Immersive reading. I don't want to be immersed in motion sickness. It's like creaking. Like, motion sickness is not the thing I want to be immersed in when I'm playing a video game. You see, this is the problem part, is I can't see where I'm going because it shakes about so much. Are we for real? Am I just stuck on nothing? What are we doing here? What is this? What is this entire mechanic? It's insane. I don't think I've ever driven a vehicle that's been designed more poorly in a video game. I'm also gonna run out of power. What is over there? It's like ice, and then... I'm very conscious of the fact that I don't have another pad. What materials do the... Oh my god! Let me look at my PDA. Please. What materials does the pad take again? Da 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 da. 2 titanium and 1 wiring kit. I don't have that. You're right, it is producing an ungodly amount of heat. You're so right. I need to get myself the... Okay, that's the sound of the machine. Every time I hear the metal, like, sort of wobble, I'm like, is that the metal wobbling, or is that some creature going whoa? Okay, let's just fucking zoom across here. Pew! Hella fun. This is like a vein of some icy sort of material. Why do I feel like this is the ice worm's lair that I'm rocking up to like I own the place. Oh, this isn't large enough for an ice worm to be in here. Surely not. They're like... Oh, this is just fully alien tech. Hi? Hello? I feel like the ice worms are going to activate on the way back after I scan this. Don't teleport back. Let's not TARDIS this. Why does it make the noise? Or is that this that's making the noise? Is Alan gonna greenhouse? Alien structure found commonly shielded from natural sunlight. Found commonly shielded? I found one. What do you mean commonly shielded? There are no other examples. Appears to be a carefully controlled containment and cultivation environment. Okay, I'm not losing heat. For natural flora, in other words, a greenhouse. The main chamber appears to be capable of precise why did I say precise? Precise temperature and humidity control, allowing plant life to be grown carefully outside of its natural habitat. Interesting. I can't see. Do I have my flashlight? I do. Why didn't I bring my headlight? Why am I bad at this game? Okay, it's capable of precise humidity control. My question, where are the flora and fauna subjects that it's controlling the humidity for? Because I don't see them in here. Unless there's a lab further down here that contains them. That goes outside. This is copper. The silver's actually useful, but I don't think there's going to be a fabricator lying around here. Speaking of which, actually, how do you create a fabricator? Maybe I could, if I found miraculously enough titanium, like, work my way into getting one. You never know. Where's fabricator? It's like internal copper titanium quartz. Okay, theoretically, if I have my habitat builder on me, which I do, theoretically I could manage to find enough materials to put a base here to make a charger pad in here without going back. If I could learn to navigate the fucking thing, yeah. I would need 6 titanium, 2 quartz, 2 copper, 2 silver. I've got 1 silver and 2 copper so far. So, like, we're part of the way there. Well, that's the other silver I required. From Software Bostrom type area. Oh, that's the quartz I need. It's luring me out that way. I'm not going out without my snow fox. This is going to lead presumably to essentially the same place, possibly even connected directly. This is like, it's just blue ice in the wall. It feels... Pick it up. Pick it up. I'm venturing. I don't want copper. Want titanium. Pick. Are you for real? I'm being fucked with. Right, we're coming back into the cave. I don't think that was nature. Hello, Favis Foxy, welcome. I don't think nature is the fucking rock phasing through the ground. I think it's distinctly not nature. Give me that. I don't need this much copper. Okay, I need 1 more titanium and I can make like a compartment. This will be a copper probably, knowing my luck. It's titanium. Okay. I don't think that's geology either. I think geology is a subset of nature. Okay. Now, the question is just, does the game actually let me build these above water? Well, not here it doesn't, to be fair. That's not how that works. Yes, it does. I want to build it as close to the entrance as I can. I do need more quartz because I'm going to need to make a hatch. I wonder if there's a better way, actually, if I build it up at the other entrance of the cave, which is kind of more overhung? Overhanged? Overhung? What is the correct nomenclature? It's not even nomenclature, it's declension. I don't know languages, apparently. Okay, oh, we can get this a hell of a distance in here. Oh, that's perfect. It sounds a little bit like nether music, yeah.
Seek fluid intake.
Fucking hell, that jump scared me. Any unexpected sound right now, I'm like, is it an ice worm? Okay, again, I don't need the copper. That's actually the part that I don't need. Inventory full. Give me that shit. Okay, hatch is 1 quartz, 1 titanium, so I need to get another quartz. Okay, can't build the hatch on that side. Can build it there. Then I need 1 more titanium and 1 more quartz. And then I need 1 more titanium again once I've got the fabricator. Oh, that's useful. How convenient. No, I'll need 2 more titanium again, never mind. Oh, there's the quartz, how convenient. See, that's why I want the snow fox. Okay, that's there.
Warning, emergency power.
Oh, right.
Oxygen production offline.
I need even more because I need to make a solar panel so that the fabricator will work. Well, I only need the fabricator to work once. So I might be able to overlap some resources here because the pad just like charges magically because it's goated like that. Solar panel is a little bit of copper, a little bit of quartz, a little bit of fucking titanium. 2 titanium, 2 quartz, 1 copper. Crazy work. Surely I can grab that, no? How is that not in range? Also, where am I hearing that? It's in the distance. It's yeah, oxygen production is offline, but power is offline. Like, the fabricator needs power, doesn't it? That's gonna be kind of outside the tunnel. I'm not sure I want that. I'd love to scan it. I don't know how I would, but I'd love to. I need one more quartz, one more titanium. I don't know how I'm going to acquire those without the danger. How do you mean, are you good? Did I have an indication of not being good? Alright, one has to assume the snow fox doesn't set it off. Like, if the snow fox sets it off, then there's no point in the snow fox existing. I didn't want to be dropped down here. That's the worst thing you could have done. Oh, there's my quartz. Please. Robin, you can jump better than that. Thank you. Can I really not grab these ones that are like in little sort of, I don't even know what they are, things? If the encounters are scripted, I will leave a negative review of this game. And I'm not currently that close to leaving a negative review of this game. But if they're scripted, I will fully leave a negative review. That would be so bad. Can I really not put a solar panel on here? Okay, so what the fuck is the point of this entire operation? Why let me build this? Like, what am I coming into conflict with? This whole operation was your idea. Okay, I need to put some stuff in the Snow Fox's storage. Snow Fox inventory full? Okay, well, how do I access... Can I pick the Snow Fox up? I thought the Snow Fox had storage. If I place it on the ground, I can connect. It will connect with a magic laser. I love science, especially when it doesn't make any fucking sense. Could I just place it in the cave and it'll still work? You know what? This is Subnautica below zero. Yes, I probably can. Oh yeah, magic laser. Stupid game. Okay, but it's not receiving any power. So maybe I can't put it in the cave. Maybe that doesn't work. I know this isn't facing the sun, but like... Yeah, okay. It needs to be outside.
Welcome aboard Cap Power
They got
Restored.
that far, right?
All
I need
primary
a
systems
wiring kit.
online.
Now that I've got a wiring kit, I don't think I need the fabricator for anything. So I think I can just take back my titanium and then plop down a Snow Fox hover pad. It won't fit in here. I don't really want to put it outside. But I suppose I have to. Why does the Snow Fox hover pad build so quickly? And then Okay, I can slot through. Go. Perfect. Snow Fox can recharge while I'm over here doing shit. And then this is where we find out whether that was worth it or not, because this is where we find out whether the things are scripted. Near an evoker, you have a whole 2 gold armor pieces, a leather chestplate, and a wooden axe. Do you go for it? Yes. Go for it right now. If you don't, then coward. I don't actually know how quickly this recharges. Can I get on it? Okay, it zaps. It really recharges. That's so useful. Now to investigate further on. I'm going to save the game preemptively because I'm probably going to get eaten anyway. I do like the ice worms. Now that it's the concept of their encounters being scripted has been raised, I'm worried that it might be the case. And it will upset me if it is. You mean the like little habitat size figure? Yeah, I mean it's just like one compartment. But it's not actually too difficult to build with the resources. That was scripted. The real question is, does the getting attacked potentially, is that part scripted? Some bits being scripted is fine as long as they can also naturally attack you. Naturally is not quite the word I was looking for. Sorry, I need to look at what Alan said because I got distracted by the big fucking ice worm. Architect data patterns are so strong here there is almost certainly vital information pertaining to my body construction nearby. He wants me to find him a fitness routine. What if I just fucking wing it, chat? Do you think it'll work if I just fucking wing it? I mean, I never felt like the land was safe, Swiss figure. I mean, never mind the fact that ice worms are literally on the cover of the game, so it's like, I mean, obviously they're going to be in it. They never felt safe. I do love the terrain. I'm just waiting for the visibility to return. The fog came in at the same time as night, and it's really not helpful. Got his ass, but you died to a Vex? Well, it's just how this goes. If the Snowfox had a motto, it would be Snowfox forget which way is down. Yeah, it's just, seriously. Sometimes I feel like this thing would be able to ride up walls. I'm sorry if anyone's getting motion sickness. I'm also getting motion sickness. Like, I don't know if that's just periodic or what's going on here. I don't think I went forwards any further than I already had, really. I know I went forward slightly there, but I had already been to that spot. So I don't know if that just happens if you wait around here long enough. Or if I set that off. Or if that was natural because they're actually moving around. Why is the fog taking so long to fuck off? Usually the fog descends, lasts for about 30 seconds, and then lifts. This fog is sticking around and I don't fucking appreciate it. I want to see where I'm going. Please. I could also stick down a thumper and then skedaddle, but I don't know exactly how the thumpers work. I want to see where I'm going. Can I not see where I'm going? There are two paths. I want to see which one looks more promising. But there's this fucking fog in the way. I'm also well aware that sticking to the edge of the sort of map seems to be safer. I've like, at least from my experience, I've only seen them so far pop up kind of in the middle of the ground, and I feel like the edge like obstacles that you're on top of, they might not be able to actually burst through. That feels like the sort of programming oversight that would exist in this game. I hate the turning. The turning is awful. Can we go? Can we fucking... Okay, you know what? Save. If I get eaten, I'll just reload. I'm gonna fucking yeet. I have no idea where I'm going. That's a trap. Why am I on the wall? I'm flying! Jack, I'm flying!
Vital signs stabilizing.
Trying to work out which skeleton this is. That's a sleeping one. That one's asleep over there. But is that cleft in the cliff a cave entrance? I can't tell. My least favorite thing so far is the fact that my snow fox has taken damage and I don't know why. I think just dropping a certain distance might do it, or I'm not sure if maybe it counted the ice worm as hitting me. I felt like I was zooming pretty fast. What if I could sneak up to it and scan it? Hello, Nameless Sir. Welcome. It's Cleft the Boyjin Wonder. Hear me out, chat. What if I could sneak up to the slumberer and scan it? I think that's a slumberer. It could be a corpse that has not yet decayed. But I think it's probably a slumberer. I kind of want to head for this island, because again, I feel like they can come up out of the soft, like, programming-wise, there's ground that's terrain, and there's ground that's objects. And I feel like they can come out of the terrain, they probably can't come out of the objects, because that's just more difficult to program. So I feel like if you're on objects like I'm hovering on right now, you're probably good. I almost went in a rock. Like, are we alive? Or are we perished? Because if you're perished, I want to scan your entire body. Do you respire? Can I see if you're... You don't have a chest exactly. Can I climb this wall? Can I do a little trolling? I most certainly can. Oh my god! Did you see? I think I might be able to get out of bounds with this thing. Oh, there's a hole in you. You're perished. You're dead. There's straight up a hole in you. Yeah, you're a corpse. Oh, you're not even a whole corpse. I thought you were a corpse like coming out of the ground. You're like, you're an ex-ice worm. You're deceased. You've expired. You've ceased to be. I still don't really want to stand on... I nearly said on hallowed ground, on terrain. Okay. You can stop flipping out now. Why did that scan so quickly? What? In the first game, the length of time something took to scan was derived from a combination of its size and complexity. Why was that done? This thing is big and complex. This thing should take an age to scan. Why was it just a snap of my fingers? Lithium, okay, peak. Oh wait, we should read what it says, really, shouldn't we? Let's have a look here. Okay, back to motion sickness. I love this vehicle. It's so good. I can't click on the right thing because of the fucking jiggling. Will you stop jiggling? Top 10 worst mechanics. Ice worm. An extremely large and dangerous leviathan roughly 95 meters long with a thick plated exoskeleton that burrows through dense ice shelves with minimal resistance plating. The ice worm is covered in a thick exoskeleton with backward-facing spikes. The exoskeleton protects the soft upper body of the ice worm as it moves through the ice, and I'm getting motion sickness. The spikes create treads that rapidly shuttle melted water back as it burrows, similar to tire threads. The anterior of the ice worm is covered in a thicker skin that doesn't require plating. Superheated horn. The horn of the ice worm is the thickest part of the creature. The inner chambers of the horn are filled with deposits of raw alkali metals that react violently with water, creating an exothermic chemical reaction. Okay, if it's filled with raw alkali metals that react violently, that is not a superheated horn. You're just gonna blow up the horn. I'm sorry, have you ever seen someone put fucking like sodium or potassium or something in water? Like, that's not filled with, I think you mean it's in trace amounts. Filled with is crazy. That's just gonna go boom. As the ice worm burrows, small microscopic grooves continuously channel water into these chambers, allowing it to burrow with ease. I can't speak. I was still thinking about the word boom because I read Becca's message. Hello, by the way. Welcome. Behaviors. The ice worm is an ambush predator. It relies on sound traveling through the ice to alert it to potential prey. It then lunges back through... Where did I get back from? It lunges through the ice and uses its horn and mandibles to attack. The ice worm can be temporarily distracted through the use of sonic devices. That's what I thought. Yeah, aggressive and lethal avoid. Yeah, that's like exploding a bomb, indeed. Like, are we good? Evidently we're not good. Okay, there's no, like, cave cleft like I hoped there would be. So this is the part where I scan a dead ice worm, but it's not the part where I advance the plot. Yo! I'm gonna start clipping through something. Again, there's fog everywhere. Okay, alien tentacle that way. I'm looking for some indication of somewhere where I can go underground. That's where most alien structures are. We're so falling out of the map with this. Either that or I'm soaring up the ice shelf and going over the edge, which would result in falling out of the map, to be fair. You're so right. Much as I am, like, talking about the absolute fucking nonsense that's going on here, I do have to say this is the most fun I've had playing this game in the past like 4 streams, so they did a reasonably good job with this area. I take it back. White bro right there. You can't come here. There's a corpse. Hey, what if I created it? I think that might have been scripted. I genuinely think that might have been scripted. Unclear, but I think it might have been. Okay, I would contest the you being always right, Lucy. I say I would, I do. I actively contest that. I should have brought my materials for the hoverpad with me. What the fuck am I doing? Why didn't I bring the materials with me? Just disassemble it and take it with me. Then I could plonk it down wherever the hell I like and recharge my pad. Now I can't do that unless I go back to it, and that would require... Fucking hell. Oh my god, it would require me not being puking fucking next to my desk, which is what's going to happen if this thing keeps wavering from side to side like a baby's cradle. What if I just follow where bro was? Is that a bad idea? I mean, I don't know how many ice worms there are. Maybe just the one, maybe 2. They don't feel like they would be able to turn round very easily. Like, it's like playing Snake. Like, you touch your tail, you die. Specifically, you touch your tail, you blow off your tail because you've got a nose made of fucking Kaisium or whatever. But... I don't know, I just got a feeling. I still don't actually know if it's scripted. I don't think it is. I think they were following me too well to be scripted. But it is possible that I just set off event after event after event as I walked past, like just barreled through the spots where they were meant to go off. Can we lift the fog? I keep saying this. Can we lift the fog? I want to see where I'm going. This plateau might be inviting, actually. I mean, it is inviting. It might be a good idea. I'm also interested in the spikes. I don't know if the spikes are pointing towards where I'm meant to go or pointing from where I'm meant to go, or if that's not remotely even relevant. If it's in fact completely incidental what direction they're pointing in, that's probably the case. But if I were designing this game, the spikes would all be pointing either towards or away from where the alien technology was. Like towards as an indicator, or away from as like the alien technology sort of created them out the way like a blast radius. That's what I would do. But I'm not one of the developers of this game, evidently, or it would be better. Sorry, no, that's... that's so egotistical. It would have better accessibility if I was a developer. That's not egotistical, that's just true. But it does, that's not a high bar. This game has the worst accessibility of any game I've played in quite a while. I feel like it's gotta be near this area. Oh, right, yeah. It's gotta be near this area. It just makes sense, you know? It's probably in the hole in the ground where the alien technology is pointing me. That's reasonable. Yeah. Who'd have fucking thunk it? Oh, that jump scared me. Stop making sudden noises. Oh, we're full of tech. Hello. What am I scanning? Large emerald? Minecraft emeralds? Huh. 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 Can I not pick these up and trade them with villagers? Oh, I'm supposed to take Stephen here. Well, I'm not taking Stephen through Iceworm territory. His footsteps. I would require like 6,000 thumpers. Alan, I'm gonna need you to explain why the emeralds are useful. And, like, what's going on with this? Oh, the emeralds are just incidental. There's just a component. What is this? A claw? Like a crab claw? Tissue. Oh, right. Hold on a second. Hold on. Alan, I'm not going to need you to explain anything. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Robin, shut your fucking mouth. No, why is Alan starting to talk like Robin? Pluripotent. Like multiple potencies? Let me look this word up. I don't know that one. Having much or unlimited potential. Able to develop into more than one mature cell type. Okay, yeah. No, that's different from stem cells, Robin. Like, it is a similar concept, I suppose, but stem cells are not that powerful. Wait, I missed what she asked. Hooves ending up with hooves where your eyelashes should go. That should not happen, at least not since the 4th iteration. You're telling me there was a period of time where this super species was walking around with hooves where their eyelashes should be, despite the fact that that is such an insane, like, differentiation in biological structure that it would never arise from a single iteration's level of mutations, particularly in something that's being artificially manufactured. Like, that's just nonsense. Pure emerald is typically colorless. These large crystals contain trace amounts of chromium, leading to the development of the distinctive green color seen here. That is true. Emerald is beryl. The colors of beryls, as with the colors of most gemstones, are due to imperfections in the crystalline structure. Little trace amounts of other elements. Which is why you have emeralds that aren't green. Because the green is caused by the chromium, whereas other colors in the same type of crystal can arise from trace amounts of different elements that diffract the light differently. I like gemstones. Mining activity near these crystals suggests that they are valued for their applications in architect technology, so why the fuck can't I pick them up? Wait, is this implying that ion cubes are made of emeralds? Are ion cubes green? I'm color deficient, chat. Chat, are ion cubes green? Or are they, like, orange? Scanned all the components needed to make a body. Yeah, they are green. Are they made of emerald? This kind of implies they're made of emerald. Chemical compounds available in your body. I'm able to approximate what you might call cautious optimism. Thank you, Alan. Very helpful. I need to drink my water. Okay, have they stopped talking? Peak, they have stopped talking. Peak. So anything... Okay, these don't require, like, anything crazy, to be honest. I do have to go back to the crystal caves to get some more kyanite. I don't... No, I might have enough, actually. Turn on my... volume. Get my tether tool out. So we've now reached the point where if I'm getting fucked up by ice worms, I can just pop back to the TARDIS and I don't have to worry about the snow fox because I don't think I have to come here again. It is night, which is a disadvantage. There's gotta be a scripted fuck you coming. Like, there's no way one doesn't poke its head down here. I know it's gonna happen. I'm not stupid, I know how game design works. I've picked up all that stuff, so the iceworm activity is gonna be increased. Steven is next to the sea truck. That's the thing. I didn't bring Steven into this zone. Steven is next to the sea truck. Are you coming this way? That was staggeringly easy. That was actually disappointingly easy. Am I gonna get attacked in here? Unless I came to the wrong place. No, I didn't. I don't think I did, at least. Maybe I did. Holy shit, maybe I did. I think I took a wrong turn somewhere. No, there's a cave here. Have fun playing Terraria, Lucy. I need to play Terraria again at some point. No, I want that on 5. Oh, this was already on 2? Okay, never mind. Oh, right, no, it's the repair tool I'm looking for. I just fucking went over the wrong thing entirely. 4. Just poke my little nose out here. How did I end up in the wrong place? I think my Uber driver took a wrong turn. Probably because it was night, to be honest. Don't like that the ice worms inside are red, the blood is yellow. Maybe the inside should be yellow or green. I mean, flesh is not always the exact same color as blood. Yeah, I took a wrong turn somewhere. Let me just investigate this. I just bumped the microphone, I'm sorry. Okay, this is the little crevice where I took down to the alien section. I came along here, and then I think I went into this door, when I should have gone into this door. Should be able to correct that mistake. Not with the fog, though. The fog will not allow me to correct my mistake. Hello, JJVR, welcome. Okay, the fog just got worse. It just got worse. Are we for real? I can't see. I can't go anywhere when I can't see. My way out, am I going to give the frozen leviathan its cold medication? Probably. Not sure I have enough for all of it, because I can craft the cure, which means I probably need more, but I'll pop over. Okay. Problem is I'm not clear Like, this is a big chunk. Is this chunk that I'm looking at? Or is this like this chunk? This looks like a large, fairly freestanding chunk. It might be this like... Oh, the fog's back. Are you for real? It was gone for 2 seconds. It was gone for 2 seconds. What the fuck are we doing? Like, it's just every now and then the game decides you don't get to play because, I mean, I'm not gonna go barreling into Iceworm territory with this level of fog. That's just like, okay, that's how I got into this situation. It's just like, you can't see. Okay. Ideally, I want to be on these side sort of sections. There's a ladder? Speed run through fog. No. Bro's nearby. Like, I don't know if it's chasing me or if it's just, like, popping out of the ground near me because the sound is so loud that I can't accurately determine the direction. Maybe I go this way, because if I am where I think I am, this way does lead out. Eventually, it's just a longer route. I think I'm in this section here, and I think this would then lead back to the bridge. It just means I wouldn't get to my halfway checkpoint that I built here, which is fine. There's nothing there except a hover pad. The hover pad would be nice to recharge on. But as long as I get back to the bridge, then I'm back. I could also just completely bail on the Snow Fox, but I don't want to do that. That feels like a certain degree of cowardice. You see, to me that really sounded like that was behind me, but I knew it couldn't be because the tunnel's too small. So I knew it had to be in front. That's the difficulty I'm having approximating the sort of direction that these sounds are originating in. So if we look over here, we've got one finger rising. And then to the direct south, almost, of that finger, or like the southeast of that one finger, there's this big hollow. So that kind of implies this area. So maybe actually it was this section where my halfway point was. But that would imply that I'm in this region and therefore should be able to go just around and get back. It should be pretty linear from here. I don't see any other paths. Which would imply that that which is sort of... Point that way, please. Southwest of where I am would be the path through. I don't know what level of fall damage the Snow Fox is capable of taking. I'm not going to just throw myself off a cliff at this stage. Although it would probably be entertaining for viewers if I were to do so. We're just gonna wing it, as we have done on previous occasions. Fucking move! Get stuck on a fucking rock. I don't quite know where I am now. Both of these paths should... Is that actually a real path? I think that's a real path. I don't know where it leads. Stephen's only 300 meters away. We just go. Ah, I know where we are. I know where we are. That's the water.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Fuck yourself. Convenient tunnel. Secret tunnel. Convenient tunnel. We're back. We're so back, chat. Hello, Stephen. Let me tell you what's been happening. It's been wild.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, that went reasonably well, surprisingly. I didn't use I made 5 thumpers. I didn't use any of them. A very pogchamp of me indeed. I didn't use a single thumper, to be honest. I don't remember the right path to take to get to the frozen Leviathan. Is it at Phi or is it at O? It's a 0, isn't it? So we're not even there. Like, I'm not even at the right site, am I? I don't think I am. It's near Phi? P-H-I is how it's spelled. Greek letter. Technically it should be pronounced Phi with the lips kind of pressed together. Phi rather than the teeth to lips that Phi is. It's a bilabial rather than a dental fricative, but it is what it is. Okay, it is near Phi. I don't remember the path, however. We're taking Stephen because he gives me less motion sickness than the Snow Fox, and I don't think there are any ice worms on this section. Yes, indeed, that is the letter. Thank you, nameless sir. Well, that's right, I forgot Stephen can... I don't know, should I finish the sentence that I was about to say? What do we think, chat? Chat, not knowing the sentence that I was about to say, but knowing it began with, I forgot Stephen can, should I finish it? It is a questionable sentence. It's a raised eyebrow emoji kind of sentence. Yeah, the simplest way to type letters in a different alphabet is to just copy them from their Wikipedia page. I don't think that Phi is one of the ones that's easily accessible through like alts and alt-GRs. If you knew the Unicode combination, you could Control-Shift-U and then type it. Why is it hailing? On the same level as calling Markiplier hard? It's kind of, it's not so different. It's not too dissimilar. I don't know where I'm going, to be honest. I'm just wandering around. I'm just on a merry stroll. Hello, Earthly Entity. Welcome. You missed the ice worm section. Unfortunately. Watch the VOD later. It is my, I think, my favorite part of the game so far. I did have a lot of fun there. I'm looking for the Frozen Leviathan at Phi. I can't remember how to actually find it, so I'm just kind of swinging around until I... Oi! Until I accidentally jump in the water with Steven. Hey guys. Until I find it. Oh, I think this is it. No, this is no, this is not it. I'm aware it's in a cave. I got that part worked out. It doesn't help that I once again can't see where I'm going because of a combination of nighttime and fucking snowstorm. No, that's another Snowstalker cave. Have I just gone in a circle? Have I just gone around in a big circle? I'm kind of feeling like I might have just gone around in a big circle. No, 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 no. Never mind, I haven't. Oh yeah, it's past here, isn't it? Yeah, this is the first place where I thought I was going to encounter ice worms. I was like terrified of things coming out of the ground here. It's like up there, I think. Oh, I just realized you can grapple the trees a bit. A little bit of a speed boost. Why? Hell yes. Like Spider-Man. Swing using the branches. This is the cave. I remember this because it doesn't let you actually take Steven in. Because it's unbased and cringe like that. Yeah, there's that fucking weirdo's bedroom there. I still don't understand why that person's bedroom is just on its own. Like, it's removed from the research site. It's removed from where the rest of Phi is. Like, it's just there. Yeah, like, I feel like I probably need more than one sample of the cure, and I only have one sample on me, so... But we'll see. But just let me just ascend the world's slowest lift here for a second. Hi, I'm gonna cure you. I recognize I might be late to the curing. I don't know how either. I just have it. Injectable container of an antibacterial. Like, do I need a syringe? Nobody answer this question. Does it need to go to the top of the head, perhaps? What? I don't like that that almost felt like I was about to clip through it there. Like, hey, excuse me. Really? You broke your ankles falling from that height? Robin, why are you incapable? Stand by. Okay, I'm standing by. Like, I can't put it on my hotbar. You just make a... Let me make an incision here. Maybe down... Let me descend the world's slowest lift. Injectable container of antibacterial agent. But with no prompt. Don't make a loud noise while I'm talking, but with no prompt to inject it. No, I do not want help. I will ask for help when I want it. / if. And certainly not right now. Let me have a look here, make sure there isn't like a piece of material that I have failed to consider. Pipe, head lamp, prepare to serve a knife, light stick, thumper, happy to build a flare. Don't lock a grab shop, snuff box. Some charge fins, scanner, upgrade, scanner, ships. I'm gonna be honest, the control room seemed so good when I built it. Sorry, I was just reminded of it because I saw it in the recipes there. It seemed so good when I built it, but it's been useless. It would be more useful in the first game. There's a wiring kit, I'll take that. I still want to be forklift certified. Let me check these devices. Both games have had forklift trucks in them and neither have allowed me to be forklift certified. Okay, this doesn't have anything. That was just a PDA that used to be up there. It feels like it should be at the head. Oh, that was an advanced wiring kit, even better. Good music. What's going on with the tongue texture? There's something very wrong with this. Or is it the teeth behind it that the texture's weird? There's like duplication. There's like a second ghostly set of teeth. Oh, it's the reflection? Oh, it's the reflection, I think. But it looks weird. For a reflection, even. Oh, I know why it looks weird, because there's a separate reflection already in the ice. So the ice is reflecting, but there's... Or is that the other half of its head? I can't tell what's going on here. There's like 3 layers of ice, all diffracting in different ways. Why can't I pick up the Altera... There we go. Why can't I pick up the Altera manual and read it? Robin, don't look at the fucking Leviathan. Just inject the fucking medicine. Okay, can we drive this to the... Wunderbar. Can I press the button? Ah, begin injection.
believe the antibacterial agent was effective.
That was
Without it,
instant.
the bacteria could have spread. Now it cannot. Your sister's memory will live in you through this gesture.
I don't care.
good.
Oh, no,
Doing this
no,
one-
no. Shut up, Sam. I'm not giving you emotional resolution. Shut up. Not even Sam, Robin. Shut up, Robin. I'm not giving either of you emotional resolution. What do you mean your people don't experience endings? You fucking went extinct. You talking about? I want to point out that, yeah, you did indeed, whatever. Anyway, so if Robin's prompt could go off the screen, I could talk about this. Actually, how long is this voice line? Stop talking, I don't care about you. I've never cared about a character less. Just stop talking. I want to speak without the distraction of fucking subtitles moving on my screen. Okay. I want to talk about the fact that this was described as an injectable container, but the container was not injectable. It was specifically compatible with this slot on this one machine that then had its own injection device. The container itself was not injectable. That was a lie. Propagated by Altera once again. Allow me to drink water both in the game and in real life. Second question, why didn't Steam make a noise when I got that achievement? Usually Steam makes like a blah noise when you get an achievement. Sam's story completed, yippee. Yeah, well, hopefully they'll fucking stop talking about it now. I'll tell you actually why the whole, like, story with Sam and Robin and Alan, and, like, Alan, particularly the Alan and Robin interactions, I'll tell you why they're so annoying. Because it's the epitome of tell, don't show. Robin is directly teaching Alan about human fucking emotions and like explaining her motivation in detail and telling Alan exactly why she's doing things and what she's feeling the whole time, and is essentially narrating the themes of the story to Alan instead of demonstrating and exploring the themes of the story through the events of the story and allowing them to naturally come out in good writing and like environmental storytelling. Like in the first game, the themes of the story all came out naturally through the story, but in this one they felt the need to, rather than illustrate the themes of the story, just spell them out in Robin's dialogue to Alan. That's why it feels so much worse than the first game. One of the reasons why you could craft it was soft lock prevention, and that makes sense. I am not going the right way. How the fuck do I leave? I need an adult to show me the way out. Hold on a second here. Main reason why this game doesn't work as well as the original is because about 90% through development, the main story writer left. I feel like leaving 90% through development, most of the problems would have already been present because these problems have been present throughout. Unless it was like the dialogue was what hadn't been written yet. Because the issue of the just telling the themes of the story through the dialogue with Alan has been throughout the game. Like, I feel like if it was 90% done, that would already have been partially completed and would already be a present problem, unless they rewrote it after the story writer left, which is possible. The original story, Robin received a dose of Enzyme 42 from a juvenile sea emperor that migrated 6 years. Never mind. They rewrote it. My apologies. Yeah, okay, that would have been way better. Like, fucking... yeah, lasting consequences of your actions in the first game that, like, help your character in the second game resolve their problems. That would be good. And also just delete Alan, that would be good as well. The entire world was made for the original story, but then once he left, the story had to be rewritten but still use the same world. Did it have to be rewritten? Could they not just finish the story that he had written part of? I feel like that would make sense, unless he had some weird clause in his contract that was like, if I terminate my contract, you have to discard my entire story. Which I suppose is possibly the case. Seems a bit petty. We're getting there. We're getting back. I realize it's very kind of just... well, okay, we're going down. Good thing Steven isn't heavy enough to break the ice. Yeah, there's a lot of walking when you're in Steven. He's not too fast. He's very dependable, but he's not too fast. Here we go. Oh, I haven't renamed my Snow Fox yet. I'm literally never probably going to use it again. So I should really rename it now. All that's coming to my mind is a not very good pun. Two not very good puns. Let's do Toby Fox. There we go. That was one of the not very good puns. Original story, Sam was alive and was on the space station that's in the sky. Well, okay, that's the one part of the original story I've heard so far that I like less. Fewer NPCs is better for a game like this. Nobody should still be alive. I prefer it when you're the only living thing on the planet, well, the only living person on the planet. Oh, what now?
We have gathered the necessary.
Let me just turn this off because Robin's going to talk again. Yep, we have gathered the necessary components. Find the Why can't I just make it with my fabricator? I have the specifications, the ingredients aren't that rare or complex. Alan, you're in my fucking head. We're driving. we're literally driving. We don't have anything else to do. The least you can do is be fucking forthcoming. Or maybe I'll decide to never let you out of my head. Then where would you be? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't really like that original story because that's even less like you're the only survivor than this. It's got good parts, but I don't like the general premise of like the terrible event is actively happening. I like it when you're the only person alone. That's what made the vibe of the first game so good. At least in my opinion. He didn't even help. I want to point out, he didn't help. He just said it should be at some depths. Like, where do I enter from? Give me some help, Alan. Nobody in chat say, but Alan, give me some more help. You're actually... You can do more. I know you can do more. We're working together here. You need me to succeed. That's still a different type of alone is the problem, Scarlet King. Like, the point is that everyone else is still alive. Okay, well I can put these thumpers away, since I probably will never need them now. So that's fun, I suppose. 2 extra ion cubes, pretty nice. Synthetic material, fiber mesh, copper quartz. That's wiring kit. That needs recharging. I suppose might as well give that a little bit of a recharge as well. And the scanner. Oh, the scanner was already in 2. Okay, repair 2. Okay. Wait for these to fade so that they fucking disappear. Materials. I need root pustule, synthetic fibers, gel sacks. I need polyaniline diamonds, plasteel ingots. I need an ion cube, ribbon plants, and kyanite. I mean, I kind of got all of that. So it really is just finding the place. 3 kyanite, 1 ion cube. Why does it only take 1 ion cube to build a whole person? That's kind of crazy. 2 root pustules. It's not even flowering spores, it's root pustules. Like, it's the easier one to get. Plasteel ingot. I need a couple of lithium for that. I've only got... No, I've got 2. The original story, after curing the frozen Leviathan, leaving, it would break out of the ice and escape. You know what? The more you tell me about the original story, the less I like it. That makes no fucking sense. Like, the amount of time it's supposed to have been in the ice, things just don't survive that long. Like, a tardigrade in hibernation doesn't survive that long. Certainly not something of that size. Gold hydrochloric acid, young cotton anemone, salt deposit, peak. Got one young cotton anemone. I've got gold in here. Look at me knowing where all my materials are stored. It's the first time ever. Okay. I need the salt. I think we've just about got everything in terms of materials here. Oh, the ribbon plants. I forgot to pick the ribbon plants. I'm gonna crash out. Did I leave any water in here? No, but I did leave one of those. The very rough explanation was the bacterium is keeping it alive to eat it slowly, which is why the current frozen leviathan looks shrink-wrapped, because it's being eaten slowly, eaten by the bacterium. Yeah, that's not something that bacteria are complex enough to be capable of. That's not a thing. There's no realm in which something that subsists by living off the energy of another thing is able to keep that other thing alive. Like, aside from the fact that it can't pull in resources from the environment around it, so the thing's just going to starve to death while it's in the ice. That's also just not how it works. Like, preservation doesn't function that way. Fucked up. But that's not like a virus wouldn't be able to do that either. Like when it's trapped in the ice. Like there are viruses that try not to kill you and there are viruses that try to kill you more slowly. But well, I say try to, they don't have sentience, they're not trying to do anything, it's just arising as a result of chemical reactions. But there's no method by which something that is actively leeching your energy to survive, which is what infectious diseases of this kind are doing. There's no method that it can keep you alive longer. It would have to be putting in resources, which is counterintuitive to how it functions. And it can't gain more resources from the environment. If it could, it wouldn't need to infect you. And it certainly can't gain resources in a way that it could then pass them along to the Leviathan. Like, that's a symbiotic relationship, and diseases, especially fatal diseases, do not exist in a symbiotic relationship. Hello, Snow, welcome. It doesn't matter if it's from space, the fundamental concepts still apply. Like, we're not working on a different level of reality here, we're supposed to be working in our universe. This is just a logical result of what it means. Also, it's been classified as a bacterium, so unless they're just lying and it's actually a completely new and different form of life, which would be more likely than it being a bacterium, but they have classified it and it is canonically a bacterium, which means that it will work in the same way that bacteria work, because that's just a category of life. Specifically a category of life that we have very ubiquitously here on Earth. Just top 10 because you can't stay, you have homework to do and you're just returning from art class. Okay. Hope your homework goes well. Yeah, hopefully see you next stream. Bye-bye. Crediting his new life is giving these poor writers too much credit. I mean, yeah, I don't know who the writers were for this one once the main one left. I don't know if it was the same writers from the previous game or if he was one of the same writers in the previous game, but the first game was well written. I mean, it still had scientific inaccuracies, which frankly don't matter that much. I just love making a mountain out of a molehill because I'm a pedant, and I am often at my most eloquent when I'm complaining about something that's frankly inconsequential. It doesn't matter to anyone other than me. So yeah, it's not actually really an issue with the writing. I'm just getting uppity. I would like more water, really, so I kind of have to wait for my water filtration machine to work its magic. Hey, how this game seems to flip between holding your hand and never telling you anything. Yeah, I hate that too. I don't know where the fuck it wants me to go now. Maybe the Crystal Caves? I'm not sure. We are about to hit 2 hours, so I suppose I can have a break while I wait for the water filtration machine to get me some new bottles for my trip, and then I can try and think during my break about where I'm actually supposed to be going to find this alien fabrication station. So I'll take a 5-10 minute break, and then I'll come back and see what I can do from here. So I'll see you all very, very soon. Enjoy the company of Larry while I am gone. Hello, hello, I have returned. Hate the sound synthesized enzyme 42? Yeah, I hate that as well. The complex structure renders synthesis impossible indeed, yeah. There are definitely elements of this game that I will ignore when considering the canon of the Subnautica series. Right, has my thing produced more water? Of course not. 75% done. Finally got wired earbuds? Hell yeah. Now you won't periodically lose all sound. Unless some nefarious individual comes along with scissors. Why would I remember where the fabricator facility is? Have I been there? I don't feel like I've been there. If I've been there, please just fucking remind me. I'm tired of floating around in this map, not knowing where the hell I'm going. It's fine when there's still lots of map to explore like there always was in the first game, but I feel like there isn't any map left to explore, and I still don't know where half the things are. Oh, right, yeah. I didn't think of anything. Like, I didn't come up with anything. Like, I thought, and I couldn't think of anything. Other than the crystal caves. Which I don't really want to go to if I can avoid it. It'd be really useful if I could make nutrient blocks, but I can't. I can make salad. I don't know if it goes off. It also requires fevered peppers, and I don't have those. Okay, just out of fucking curiosity, I'm making a thermo flask. Where's my quartz? Yeah, insulated storage receptacle for beverages, and this... Can I just like... No, I can't get seawater in it. Am I supposed to get coffee in it? I'm supposed to make a coffee machine and get coffee in it? Mm-hmm. 2 titanium. Is this gonna do the fucking aperture science? You look like you could do some coffee from the first game. If it does, I'm gonna be upset because I didn't like that voice line. It frightened me.
You look like you could use some coffee.
What do you mean the sweet scent of dirty bean water? Why did the PDA say that? Why is the PDA expressing an opinion? It still doesn't show you anything there. Dirty Beam Water is a reference to Jacksepticeye. That doesn't change the fact that the PDA should. It's pouring the fucking water out. Oh, it reduces your HO2. Okay, so we're leaving that in there because that's the opposite of what I'm looking for. I mean, that makes sense. Coffee's a diuretic, but come on. Sorry for blinding you all, chat. We do have marble melons here. Unfortunately, the game doesn't really allow me to fucking put planters in my sea truck, I don't think. Oh, we're back on the marble melon bullshit. Okay, there we go. Like, ideally, I want more than 3 bottles of water and 2 nutrient blocks, but I don't think I can really get that. Does anyone who hasn't played this game and therefore doesn't know where the fabricated facility is have any better ideas than try the Crystal Caves? Because it's not an idea I enjoy. I mean, there's also the possibility of, like, just under the island, see how far down the fucking heat vents go. I don't really want to take Steven down there. But I haven't had a look at how far down those caves go yet. It would need a lot of thermal power, probably. Is the thing. You would think. Maybe it's worth a try. I don't know how resilient Steven is to the thermal explosions.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm walking on air again. This is the second time I've managed to trigger this bug. I am Jesus. Well, walking on water, not on air. On, like, air water. You know what I mean? Like, it's water, but it's like the air of the water. It's up, it's not on the ground. Listen. The raised eyebrow is unnecessary. I didn't even say the questionable sentence from earlier that would have necessitated a raised eyebrow emoji. How is it only 27 degrees Celsius down here? What the fuck are you talking about, Subnautica? That's a flat out lie. I know that's not true. I think this might just be taking me to Copper. That's my hot take. I think I'm just going to Copper right now. If that turns out to be true, I'll be disappointed. Where's the Copper beacon? Dangerously close. Like, this is taking me in that direction. Yep, Copper. Okay, so where the fuck are the fragments that are constantly under the island then? If these tunnels just lead to Copper. How is this only 26 degrees Celsius? It's not true. They're lying to me. Why am I I could just leave Coppa through Coppa and it would be safer. Probably. Yeah, it would be safer. Because I wouldn't have the potential of being blown up. I know this is down at the sort of end of Coppa, but it's still safer. So that's one potential route exhausted. Crystal Caves is the only thing left that I can think of. Because there was more, I think, that I could go through down there. Problem is the Leviathans. You can zap them. Is that my new name, Canary? Metal support beam located under a small cabin placed in the crawl space under the house. Hi, welcome. Good to see you. That's my name, yeah. So, to catch you up, Canary, I nearly got stuck on that door. I have been through the ice worm section, if you know what that is. I don't know how much you know about the game. I've been through the ice worm section. I've got all of the alien body parts. I've cured the Leviathan. Now I need to try and find the alien body part fabrication station. And that's where I'm lacking in ideas. Yeah. I feel like I'm allowed to spoil things given I'm literally streaming the game. Oh, that's the way that you need to get height with Steven in the air. If you start in the water, then you can fly up quite high in the air. Because otherwise, Steven is impotent in the air. Like, what is this? I'm bouncing off the water. No, this is crazy. Wait, Steven's invulnerable. He can just be on the water. I didn't realize this. Okay. So that avenue has been exhausted, I think. Unless there's like another volcanic system that I can get into that doesn't lead to Coppa, but I don't know where the entrance to such a thing would be. So I'm just gonna go and have a wee look in the Crystal Caves. Like, frankly, Alan's quote-unquote guidance that the fabrication station would be low down, like it would be somewhere deep, he said, and like that's not helpful. We're playing Subnautica below zero. There aren't any deep places. Like, this game is shallow compared to the first one. You can't just say it would be somewhere deep. Fucking point me in a direction. Like, am I entering north, west, east, south? Fucking explain. We're on the same team here. I presume. Honestly, if there was a plot twist at the end where Alan turned villain arc, it would raise the quality of the story significantly. We'd go from like a 6 out of 10 to like a 6.6, I don't know. I was gonna be like a 7, but that was too much. 6.5 feels too low. 6.75 or something. Am I going the right way? Probably not. Where the fuck is the way? I'm lost again. Why do I never put beacons down? It's a pretty big increase, percentage-wise. Like, percentage-wise, that's not to be sniffed at. 10% significant. 10% is fucking significant. Excuse me. I'm not exceptional at maths, but I am definitely better than the average person, given that the average person hasn't studied any maths at university, and I have studied some maths as part of my computing degree. Where's the crystal cave? Like, 10% is statistically significant. That's less than the difference between your rating for Bloodborne and Sekiro? Well, I haven't played Bloodborne, so I can't say if they're similar qualities of game. Maybe they're just similar qualities of game. I can't find the crystal cave. I'm gonna start blaming chat members for this if they keep refusing to accept that 10% is statistically significant. Like, imagine if there was a 10% increase in deaths globally. Like, at that point, society collapses. Like, it's just over. If that happens. Yeah, percent is always compared to the previous number. That's how it works. Six 0.75, not 6 to 7.5. I did not at any point consider making it as high as 7.5. An increase from 6.0 to 6.75 is slightly higher than a 10%. I do not think humanity would be fine with the current, like, way that society is organized and the incredibly fragile infrastructures that we rely on. I do not think society would be fine with a 10% global increase in deaths. Why is... Hold on a second. Why is my fucking chat overlay on... Well, not overlay, but that on live, on top instead of live? With more babies? Yeah, but like... That's not how crisis works. That's not how population works. Like... There isn't a sudden increase in 10%. And then people immediately start having more babies to counteract it. That doesn't happen. Like, I don't think you understand how many more people that is dying. Yes, people died a much more 400 years ago. Infrastructure was also much less complicated and fragile than it is now. Like, I'm not saying humanity would go extinct. That's not the case, but society would collapse. We would be back to, like, the Middle Ages in a lot of ways. Obviously, we wouldn't be completely back to the Middle Ages because we wouldn't unlearn technology, but culturally, everything would fall apart. I can't find the crystal caves. I am this close to giving up. Yeah, like, I'm not saying the human race would go extinct, but society, like our current society, would be gone. I'm aware that death rate is increasing and birth rate is dropping and lifespans are going up. I'm aware of that. What I'm saying is that it's a sudden increase. Like, it's not the same as an increase over a long period of time. Obviously, it's much easier to adapt to an increase over a long period of time. I'm talking about a sudden increase because my increase to my rating was also instant. Like, it is statistically significant is the point. Unfortunately, no. By the way, hello, Creeper Place 28. But no, I can't fucking ask Alan. Like, he doesn't tell me anything. I don't even know if the Crystal Caves is the place I need to go. I'm just guessing. I've been there, like, 3 times. And for some reason, I cannot find the entrance. I did increase my statistic on rating by 10%. Canary, do I need to explain maths to you? When you talk about an increase of a percentage, it is an increase of the percentage of the original statistic, the original figure. You don't increase it by a percentage of an imaginary total figure. That's a different statistic. When people talk about an increase of 10%, like, imagine that deaths worldwide, like, per day is 70,000. It's not, but imagine they are. 10% of that is 7,000. From 70,000 to 77,000 would be considered an increase of 10%. Yeah, I mean, you can say an increase of 10% of the total, but that's not helpful, and that's not helpful in this instance. That's generally referred to as percentage points, not percent. Like, for example, a better example maybe, looking at an election, there's a maximum percentage of the vote that you can achieve. When, let's say, a party last time got 20% of the vote, this time they got 22% of the vote. They increased their vote by 10%, and they increased their vote by 2 percentage points. That's the terminology. That's just how it is. That is the terminology. You can try and disagree and argue all you want and claim that it's not helpful, even though it is. That's just fact. That's how statistics is. I still can't find the Crystal Caves. I've gone around this fucking ravine like 10 times. Like, bro, where are they? I know they're in a ravine. Yes, you can. You do it from that context. That's how it's done. That's how it works. No, because nobody does it from the total. That's not how people do it. Because percentage is always based on the context of what the existing figure was, because that's what matters when you're considering a relative increase, because percentage is about relative increase. From the max would be an absolute increase, which is typically not as helpful as a relative increase, because things only seem large and small based on the relative to what already existed. Like, a mountain is massive compared to a pebble, but it is tiny compared to a planet. That's because of the relative sizes. Like, if you take one mountain and add another mountain, that's a large increase. If you take a planet, or a mountain range even, and add one more mountain to it, that's a small increase because the percentage increase is smaller. Instead of a 100% increase, it's like a 1% increase. Yeah, I'm realizing the need to go higher up here, Creeper, but it's just I haven't needed to do that in the past, so I didn't think I would this time. Canary is not a fan of how logic works. I mean, that's just how logic and human perception is. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you. Oh, you're not a fan of maths? Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. I am a fan of maths, but that's fair. This isn't even particularly mathsy in terms of like proper math. This is statistics, which is a subset of maths, but it's kind of more applied maths than pure maths. I don't... I need to find the... Hold on a second. I need to find the, like, fallen ship. Ooh, wait. This is kind of ringing a bell. This big fallen lily pad. Never mind. Never mind. It's not ringing a bell, I was wrong. Am I gonna need to kill somebody with Steven? It's quite possible. Like, where's the wreckage? Should be there. Because it was near the wreckage, I feel like, that I found the ravine I entered. The first time I came here. Like, I feel like it was the pilot last known position ravine. That's a good example as well, Scarlet King, but I think we might have moved on from the percentage conversation. Like, I thought this beacon was the one I went into when I was looking, and I ended up finding Marguerite's cave, which is where you go down past to get to the crystal caves. And I swear it was like, come down into this section and then turn back and you're there. Evidently I'm fucking wrong, but Sea Monkey just died. Is it one of these tunnels? Could be one of these tunnels. Oh, this is good. This is looking good. That's an Altera type light. This is promising. This is familiar. We might be onto something. We might actually be onto something here. Oh yeah, this is it. This is what we do. I suppose we might have to stop off and see if Marguerite's here and tell her we did the thing. There's probably an achievement for that or something. I don't really want to speak to her. She might have food. I don't think she has any food here. Food's all at her greenhouse, which is crazy because that's quite a trek you have to make whenever you get package. Package? Somebody give me a fucking tongue that works so that I can speak. Secret tunnel. How many hours are in this playthrough? Like 30, 40 something? You got food? Why is my FPS suddenly a disaster? What happened? Marguerite, why is your base laggy as shit? What's going on with that? Care to enlighten me? Okay, well I can't even tell her that I did the thing. That seems like an oversight on the developer's part. Have we got any catchable fish in here? I would appreciate it. Catchable fish, please. Yeah, it's when I'm looking at her greenhouse. Like, her greenhouse is just laggy. No catchable fish? Are we crazy? Okay. Fuck me then. I'll just starve to death. I think there are ghost fish in the crystal cave, so we might be okay. Where's the entrance to the crystal cave? Hello? Are we here? It'd be funny if you could use the propulsion cannon on her. I wish you could kill her. Like, they should have just gone the Morrowind route where you can kill any NPC and it just tells you, yeah, this NPC was necessary. So, you know, if you want to complete the story, reload the save. But if you don't mind, you can just carry on in this save.
Seek fluid intake.
I'm really wanting to eat a fish rather than use one of my bottles for that.
Vital signs stabilizing.
You should be able to steal the prawn, it's crazy. Yeah, I know there was a bladderfish. Unfortunately, I don't have a fabricator or the materials to make one, so there's no making water bottles. I mean, I have these water bottles on me, but I don't want to use them until I'm, like, down there. God, not having the fucking fast fins from the first game is tragic. Like, this is just slow work. Thought it was going to go the other way. Tried to preempt it, failed. I can't wait for this not even to be where the fucking fabrication station is and I just waste my time. Lord Triops, what are you like when cooked? +5, you give more water than a cooked bladderfish. I need to be killing the Triops. You also move way more slowly. I feel like the horsepower upgrade should be like 50 to 100% better. The horsepower upgrade is kind of shit, to be honest. I still move so slowly once I have a few things attached. I know the point is you're supposed to find the balance between the things you want attached and like the speed of your sea truck, but it's just not as good as the Cyclops. How are you this good at dodging? There's all those videos out there on the frame data of From Software games. I want a video on the frame data of Subnautica. Because it's crazy. It's truly crazy in here. The hitboxes of things. I do not be appreciating them. It is incredibly clunky. I mean, I get it. Like, it's not... The game is not about combat. But still. I feel like they could do better. Okay, we have to wait for Billy over here to sail through. He might take a while. Sometimes he does. I've just named him Billy this instant. Because he's a silly Billy. Where is he at? I feel like I can kind of trigger him slightly more by moving forwards. He'll emerge when he feels like it, in his own time. And he will dip down into this crevice, and then we'll wait a second until we see him kind of turn and start going the other way, and we'll follow him down, but we'll go to the right while he goes to the left. If he could hurry his fucking face up. Billy. Billy! Could you trigger? Could you load in? Bruh. These 2 storage modules and 1 fabricator module and 1 docking module, and it kept spamming the afterburner, otherwise it was such a pain. I haven't found the fragments for the storage module. It's crazy. I don't know where they are. I found one, no, even for the fabricator module, in fact. I didn't even know there was a storage module. How do I know that he'll appear? Because he did last time I came down here. This is his fucking cycle. I've come in from this entrance before and he's triggered and appeared. Billy! It didn't take this long. But he did load in. Okay. We're just going. The game has changed its behavior. I no longer have any idea where Billy is. Frankly, I don't like that. I liked it when I knew where Billy was. We are going to do a quick repair on the outside here. I know it's still at 94. Modules do I have on my truck right now? I've got the TARDIS, which I don't really need anymore. I had it for a specific purpose and I didn't get rid of it. And I've got the docking module, and that's it. Because the other ones I have aren't any use. Like, I would have the fabricator instead of the TARDIS if I had it, but I don't have it. Unlike the aquarium is just kind of purposeless. It doesn't do much. Like, it catches fish, but it's not very consistent, and it doesn't catch very many. And I don't need to catch fish. Can we stop tilting? Why am I so tilted? Can we, like, right ourselves? Please? Would really be helpful. Hello, Ed Loves Cats. Fish indeed. Somewhere along here we have, not Billy, the other one. I don't know what we're going to call the other one. Pritchard. I don't think I've ever named something Pritchard before. That's a fragment of, like, the propulsion cannon, which is kind of strange. Should I leave the TARDIS behind? Like, I'm not really going outside the ship much. At least not when there are things around. I don't know that I would go that much faster, though. Okay, rock puncher sighted. Rock puncher's not the danger. Rock punchers are truly not a problem. Have I named anything Picard before? I may have done, as a reference. As a jocular reference to a much beloved piece of media. I don't remember a specific instance, but I may have done. Okay, that's the propulsion cannon arm fragment. Thought that was a Leviathan. The shadow looked like an arrow. Yeah. I still don't know what these Leviathan... Oh, I've already got that? I didn't realize. Wait, that's a... I can't tell if that's a crystal or if that's artificial. I think it's just a crystal. Yeah, I still haven't been able to get any, like... I don't know how the game wants you to scan these. I tried killing one and my missiles kept hitting each other and thus not hitting the thing. So it was clear I was going to run out of missiles before it died. I don't even know if it's killable. I hope it is. They were in the previous game, all the Leviathans. It would be kind of dog shit if they're not in this. But yeah, I don't know what the intended method of scanning is here. This is kind of an interesting little section. Yeah, sure, I'll pick up some kyanite, why not? I've already got that as well. Where did all of the fucking Leviathans that were here go? Typically when I've been here in the past, there's been at least 2 Leviathans wandering about. Why don't I use my Sea Glide? For the very simple reason, Creeper, that I forgot I had it. To be so honest with you, I simply forgot that I had it. The Leviathans are in my prawn suit? I don't think the Leviathans are in my prawn suit. I don't think Steven would let them in. If you meant the Sea Glide, it's there. It's on my inventory. I just forgot about it. Another thing I hate here is this is a location that there was a Leviathan in. Because I'm certain I've been inside this formation. And I remember coming out of it and a Leviathan just fucking manifested. Have I seen the Subnautica plushies? I haven't. I'm not a big plushie person. I don't have really any plushies, I don't think. I perceive plushie to specifically mean like a soft toy of a specific character in a certain style. But maybe I'm wrong. If it includes all soft toys, then I do have plushies, but I don't think I do. They actually look really well made. I'll have to look and see what they're like. No, this is crazy. Where's the Leviathan population? When I cured the frozen Leviathan, did I also cure the existence of Leviathans? This is more frightening than them being there, because I don't know when they're gonna suddenly just pop into existence. Oh, hi! A hole in the ground. Oh, it's one of the... This isn't a useful hole. I don't think. This is one of these weird holes that's just like... Hello. Some minerals. Can I scan this plant? No, of course not. Be funny if the Leviathan stopped moving and it only started moving if you looked behind you. Like a reverse weeping angel? It only moves if you look at it? Yeah. I suppose that's kind of Enderman coded, really, isn't it? The Leviathans are back, chat.
Seek fluid intake.
So I'm assuming that means there's a Leviathan in this direction, because that sounded like that's where the noise came from. I mean, I assume they've got to lead the way. Like, they wouldn't put the Leviathans in the game and then... like, go, okay, you don't have to get past this. That would be kind of bonkers game design. What the fuck is this? Redstone? Why am I in the Redstone Mountains? I can't scan it. Is it even red? I'm color deficient. It looks red to me. This cave is massive. Like, this is definitely the way to go. Oh. Yeah. This is where I need to be. New plan? They are red, okay. Can I scan this? Eclipse plant. Why is it an eclipse plant? Also, propulsion, no, propulsion cannon. Okay, let me sort my inventory. Sea glide on 4, propulsion cannon on 1, knife on 2, propulsion cannon, give me... Okay. Did I get it? No, I didn't. Okay, I'll just pick you up and eat you raw. Fine, whatever. No, because then you're negative H2O. I need positive H2O. Did I miss the stasis gun? There was something scannable here. Large crystal formation. Why is only this one scannable? Oh, it's red beryl. That's a real stone. I appreciate that. Red beryl is actually one of my favorite gemstones. It looks really nice. Red beryl is an extremely rare mineral. These crystal formations are abnormally large and suggest a very specific geochemical environment. In order for these crystals to form, the surrounding water must be rich with beryllium. The environment must be very hot, between 300 and 650 degrees Celsius, and there must be surface fractures or cavities for the distinct formations to emerge. I don't think I can shoot them then bake them, because if they die, I don't think I can cook them with a knife after they're dead, can I? Let me test it. Let me test it, actually. Because if I shoot bro into a wall, then bro perishes. Like, you're dead now. Yeah, it doesn't cook then if I hit it with a knife. I have to let it go and then try and cook it before it flies away. I'm just gonna keep going down here. This feels like... specifically because they're talking about, like, the heat that's required to form red beryl. That suggests to me that this is the right place to go for the modification for the fabrication station thing that the aliens are making. Or have made. Where I need to go to make Alan's body. There's probably gonna be... I'm assuming... Now, I'm just assuming this, but I'm assuming it's going to be a new Leviathan type. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what a shadow is, so please don't tell me. Unless you just mean, like, into an actual dark area. I don't think you can pick up a rock puncher, though. Oh no, he's just there. Am I gonna have to zap? Oh, he's just there. Okay.
I sense the presence of a substantial facility in the area. Unable to identify.
He's crap at his job. He's just crap at his job. What the fuck? He's just crap at his job. Oh, that's not my sea glide.
Once you have used the fabricator to build each component, we can assemble them.
No shit! Stop telling me how to do the most obvious tasks.
Anticipating it as much as you are.
I don't need my hand held. Shut your gob, Alan. I don't know how hot a real knife would have to be to cook an entire salmon with one stab or slash. It wouldn't. Like, that wouldn't work. You can't, like, properly, like, evenly cook something through with one just, like, wild slap. It doesn't work that way. Oh, I need Steven's supplies. I forgot that I need Steven. Okay, it's over there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, there's an... That's crazy. So their way of fixing the bug with the prawn suit going through the ground in this game was just put an invisible wall there so you can't go into the alien facilities. Incredible. Impeccable. Game design. Like, instead of fixing the bug, they were just like, nah, you can't go in with the prawn suit. What are we doing? What's on our minds, Subnautica development team? Oh, good, this place is laggy too. I'm really happy about that.
The process requires you to build each component.
Shut up, Alan! I know, I'm having a fucking look around. I'm investigating. Why did they feel the need to put that voice line in the game? Did they think that somebody would think they could assemble 0 components into a whole? Like, what was the thought process?
So Alan,
Oh
you
my...
said your people came here in search of a
I
cure?
don't care about these people.
You were a scientist, like me?
I don't care about these characters!
With particular interest.
As I said, like me.
No, he's not like you, Robin.
So
You are
how
shit.
did your valuable scientific mind wind up infected?
Not my mind, my body. Perhaps you should build the next component.
This says information. Can I, like... No, okay.
So you came here to search for a cure?
I led the mission.
Does that mean
Why does it... I led past tense of the verb lead to guide or be in charge of is spelt L-E-D, not L-E-A-D. That's the fucking metal, the noun. Come on.
got out on your watch?
This subject is uncomfortable. If you would like to know more, I will ask that you first construct the final component.
This subject is not uncomfortable. You are uncomfortable. Despite claiming that you didn't have emotions, you fucking liar. How's he gonna get out of here? I don't know. Maybe he's just gonna fucking Kamehameha blast the Leviathan.
This is the last piece. Soon I will be autonomous again.
Yes, Alan, I too am capable of counting to the number 3. I know it's the last piece.
What will you do with your newfound freedom?
I must return home to make amends.
I think your home's gone, bro.
For the bacteria? There seems to be a lot you're not
Past game suggests your home's
It's hard for me
gone.
to find the words. I must collect my thoughts.
I want him to die.
You have all the necessary components. You may initiate body fabrication sequence from the tunnel.
What if I just
You
don't?
still owe me an explanation.
I understand.
He understands, but he's not gonna fucking acquiesce. What if I just don't? I'm gonna walk over there and get eaten by the Shadow Leviathan. Oh yeah, it's called the Shadow Leviathan. Never mind, I know what the Shadow is. Someone said that in a previous stream. I'm sorry. I'd forgotten that. I'm gonna blackmail him. Alan, tell me. I'm gonna pop out here. I'm gonna pop out here. Alan, I'm gonna... You gonna tell me? Listen, you know, it's only Robin's life that's at risk if you don't tell me. Like, I am happy to throw away Robin's life. More than happy. I would be glad to be rid of her, Alan. So, you want to start talking? Or are we gonna get consumed? What if he's the terrorist in a prison? Well, I did say earlier, I would love it if there was a twist and Alan was actually a villain. That would be peak. That would increase this game's rating by 10%.
Commence installation using fabrication. The escape of the bacteria was an accident. I thought my
No
solution
shit.
was foolproof. I was wrong.
You stole a sea
you cause the
dragon's
accident?
egg.
Yes.
Like, you stole a sea dragon's egg.
I do not wish to speak about it.
We can come back to this.
Remember in the original Subnautica where there was an animation that looked like bubbles when a precursor stuff went from air to water? Where did that go? I don't know. They deleted a whole load of stuff. Why does he look like he's from fucking... I don't even know what he looks like he's from. He's a centaur? I'm sorry, this is not an optimized design. I'm sorry, Subnautica devs, what do you think you're doing? This is not an optimized design. Optimized physical design is a termite. I get nothing if I slash him.
What are you doing?
Research. Tit for tat. You've probed my mind. I scan your body.
How many arms? How many are... This is not optimal. This is not optimal. Why does he have horns? What function do the horns serve? The complete physical architect vessel is a biotechnology and cybernetic hybrid incorporating design elements from more than 20 DNA sources. Sure. I don't see any flesh. It says that it's cybernetic, which implies that there's flesh and machine, but this looks all machine if you ask me. Skin. The outer layer of tissue has the consistency of leather. The tissue is interlaced with channels of visibly glowing energy, powered by the alien's internal biotechnological heart. Robotic arms. Alan has 6 articulated arms that are suspended around his body by magnetic levitation. These arms contain independent high-speed computing systems that are capable of performing tasks independently. His mum's a warper. Yeah, it is a bit warper-like. I just know that it certainly isn't optimized for moving around the environment on this planet. I don't know what their home planet is like. Limbs. The organic arms are considered secondary to the inorganic robotic arms. These are used for mundane tasks that don't require much fine motor movement. The bottom half of the arms are covered in a biocomposite plating. The plating might serve as a form of armor. It also appears to store latent energy buildups like capacitors, so they can absorb lightning. Okay. It calls them organic, but they don't look organic. It looks metal to me, still. Right, the reason I say it's not optimized is because I know that the developers did not design this with the thought in mind of what would be the optimal design. Like, I want to make the optimal physical form. What features would it have? That wasn't their thought process. Their thought process was, we want to draw cool concept art and then justify why it's the optimal design. And it isn't. I understand wanting to draw a cool concept art, but as a world building fan, they could have put in more work to make it optimal. Mobility. The hooved legs are reminiscent of several species of mountain goats. The hooves are covered in microscopic hooks that aid in exploring rough and uneven terrain. The forelegs and the hind legs are oddly close together, which explains why walking might be a secondary mode of movement for this archetype form. Right, exactly, like the forelegs and the hind legs are oddly close together, so it's admitting that it's not optimized for walking. Specifically, it's admitting that it's optimized in the same way mountain goats are optimized, which is for a very specific terrain type that leaves them lacking in basically every other terrain type. Teleportation. This architect body is able to teleport or blink short distances. The method is likely a scaled down version of the teleportation gates, but the methodology is not well understood. It is likely that the architect's body, or that the architect's bodies, plural, is able to provide the massive amount of power necessary for this function. Hello, Luke Mahan, welcome. Don't know why I felt the need to say your full name, I usually don't. Matching DNA fragments appear to be derived from the following sources. Chromium boar of Catwheel Prime, an invasive species known for their extremely tough skin, which makes them hard to eradicate. Wait, hold on. So they're not of Catwheel Prime. Where are they from? If they're an invasive species, they're not from the planet that you just listed. Where are they from? Where did they come from? Maybe the aliens brought them? Where did they originate? Putty serpent of Aposticar. Somebody named that putty serpent. Why? Why did you choose that word? I don't like it. Can we undo that? Can we rename it? This is like Stankroot from the first game. This snake has extremely tensile skin, prevents it from tearing and allows it to compress itself into small spaces. I don't think that word means what you think it means. Maybe it does. I don't know if that would make it necessarily easy to compress.
Seek fluid intake.
No, that would be the opposite. It would make, I mean, it might make it easy to compress, but not necessarily. It would make it easy to
Vital signs stabilizing.
stretch, but that's not necessarily the same thing as being easy to compress. Those two don't automatically come together. Electrode eel of Lifton generates an electrically charged slime across its length. Does that mean Alan is slimy? Does that mean Alan is slimy and has DNA from the putty serpent? What did Unknown Worlds Entertainment mean by this? Why is Alan slimy with the putty serpent? Oh no, I hate it. Astral rays, moons of... Wait, why are the astral rays not of? Everything else is of something, but these are astral rays full stop, moons of Mardon 14. This kind of implies that it has DNA from the astral rays and it has DNA from the moons of Mardon 14. Like the moons of Mardon 14 are a living entity that has DNA or something. Grammatically strange. These rays have small organs that generate and store electricity. Why do they need DNA from two different things that generate electricity? I suppose it can also store, but if it can also store electricity and generate electricity, then doesn't that render the electrode eel of Lithon redundant? I don't know. Maybe he really wants the slime. He's just a slimy boy. The shaggy goats of Olympion. So not only is he slimy with the putty serpent, he is also shaggy. It gets worse and worse. Also, of Olympion is crazy. Hello, Greek gods? These herbivorous creatures live on the rocky foothills of the mountain planet Olympion and are excellent climbers. I don't think that a mountain planet would happen. I don't think that you would have a surface that would be irregular enough for it all to be mountains. I don't know that that could ever function, as far as I can think. From the ways that mountains generate, it seems unlikely that the entire surface would be covered with enough density of mountains to be called a mountain planet. Maybe I'm wrong. and the giant geckos of Holt's asteroid, massive geckos that emit an electrostatic charge on its foot pads. This creates a charge difference in the surface the gecko is climbing. That is not quite how actual geckos climb. There is an electrostatic difference. It's not quite emitting a charge, if I remember correctly. It's a little complicated, I think. The writers have a weird sense of humor. The writers are just strange. I don't know. It's written oddly. I'm about to put Alan in his body. In his weird, slimy, putty serpent, shaggy body.
Commencing data transfer.
What if Robin dies? I would give this game a 10 out of 10. Yes, she's dead. Let's go. Oh, she's alive. Fuck.
Did it work? Are we...
Kill her. Kill her. Kill her. Kill. Kill. Kill.
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions. Like waking from a dream.
Hello, God. Kill her. Yes.
Whoa.
Sorry, my reaction to suddenly being lifted off the ground with telekinesis without my consent would not be, whoa. It would be, put me the fuck down.
Hey.
No, put me... This is the wrong way to react, Robin. This is the wrong way to react.
Really not in my head anymore?
Why does she sound like that?
There are some remnants. Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
Could you just remove her whole
Are
brain?
you kidding? No way. You still owe me the end of your story.
Robin hasn't had love in a long time. Maybe it's because of her personality.
I told you I must return home. To assess. Repair.
He's a little fucker, isn't he? You
Tell me more.
yeah, tell her tell me.
When the
Never mind,
bacteria
Robin, tell
escaped,
me.
It was my fault. I disobeyed the directive.
I can't
from
move
my
the mouse.
network.
This is a whole ass cutscene.
Oh no.
That's the worst line delivery in the whole game. That's the worst line delivery in the whole game. There was no sympathy in that voice. That was so sarcastic. That was the most sarcastic, like, oh no. Anyway, like... That was so bad. I don't know if that was the actor or the director, but somebody fucked up their job there.
We noticed that a species of Leviathan young produced an enzyme that is efficient against the bacteria. I thought if we incubated sea dragon eggs, we might expedite their hatching.
Yeah, I know. I played the first game. I
was
remember
not
this.
wrong.
But...
It would appear that sea dragon parents are stronger and more motivated than our facility was rated to handle.
Yeah.
the bacteria got out. Infecting everything.
What is bro doing? Is he playing Tetris? I feel like he's playing
Are they
Tetris.
still waiting for
Pac-Man?
someone to bring back a cure?
I
Minesweeper?
do not know.
Can I help?
The fact that I withheld this information
Gacha
does
games?
not
Is he
concern
playing
me.
Genshin Impact?
It's certainly manipulative. And I've also made my own share of mistakes.
It was yeah, it was manipulative, and yet you say, "Hey," really cutely to him.
I accept you. Find
Like-
me at the gate when you are ready. In the meantime, I must prepare.
He says prepare, but I think he's playing gacha games.
BBA.
I'm pretty sure he's playing gacha games on this thing. He's like, Robin, do you have a credit card? My credit card debt got maxed out. Do you have a credit card? I need to buy more loot boxes in Genshin Impact. He's quickly bombing Earth. Base. That would be the most base thing he's done. Wait, meet him at the gate. Okay, I can talk to him. What's over this side? Okay. Like, sorry, he's just over here, like, he's opened his live stream for the first time in 10,000 years and been like, "What's up, gamers? Welcome back to Alan Plays for another episode of Genshin Impact."
Please, I will join you in the gate base when everything is ready. But for now, I have much to prepare.
Oh, the gate base is up there? I have to leave. He's updating his Facebook? No. He's died like 1,000 years ago. It would have to be something really old. Like, he's updating his MySpace. Am I ever going to play Pokemon Legends ZA? No, probably not. I don't particularly care for Pokemon. I've never had a great interest in Pokemon. Please, Scarlet King, enough of that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, what if I just got eaten by the Leviathan and died? Like, what would he do at that point? If he came out here and just saw me getting just chowed down on. It'd be so funny if you could name him something. He is kind of standing at like a vehicle upgrade console type thing. Like, I can see it. Okay, the Shadow Leviathan is actively there. I think that was the one that someone said was a Shadow Leviathan. The saying shadow kind of reminded me of that. I think that was the one that's what it was called. Oh, so you're like backwards and forwards. Kinda. Bro, can we move? Let's just get eaten. Let's just do it. Am I going the way I was intending to go? Can't be sure. Can't be sure, because it turns you round. I pressed the wrong button. I can't remember whether I right-clicked or left-click. I can't remember which was the right button, but I pressed the wrong button multiple times and took way more damage than I needed to. I think we're good. Could name him Moron. I think we should just name him, I don't know. I can't think of anything funnier than that. There's this one side mission where this guy wants to ride his boat in a small river that it can barely move in. Peak. Name should be Dave. Because he sounds like Dave from Space Odyssey? Is that the logic here? He sounds a bit like him. But no, it's not Dave anyway, it's Hal. Who says, I'm sorry Dave, I can't do that. He does sound a bit like Hal. He should be called Hal. God, it's been a while since I watched Space Odyssey. You can tell because I forgot the names. Everything should be named Dave, okay. I don't know that I agree with you there. I'm personally quite content not to be named Dave. Alright, I need to go like up? How do I get... Where did I come from? Where do I go? Cotton Eye Joe. Colin Wheatley's a moron. I think you'll find Wheatley is not a moron. He said it very emphatically. Okay, the music's now a little loud. This track's just very high volume. Hi, Snow. Bye. Funny if you could rig explosives to the base and blackmail him. I was trying to blackmail him, but unfortunately, the game couldn't hear me. I'm kind of expecting another Leviathan to pop out of the fucking background and cause an issue. I don't remember where I came from. Is it like around here? Yeah, it was like around here because I remember seeing the propulsion cannon fragment in the distance in what is now back the way from me, I think. So I think I'm heading the right way now. Have you ever seen the slug cat from Rain World? I think so. I've seen some stuff from Rain World. I think I watched part of a Rain World stream when like Scurry was playing it or something. A long time ago. I think this is Billy's room. Do I like Below Zero? I do. I would say at the moment I'm putting it at like a 6.5 out of 10. It did go up from what it was at the beginning of this stream because this has been the stream I've enjoyed the most of the 10, including this one that I've done. That sounds like a low rating, I'm aware. But I think that it's not a low rating. I think that people often consider anything below 7 to be a failure, when realistically, if you're above 5, then you're better than 50% of the things in your category. Like that, the baseline of 5 should be the average. So 6.5 is like good, I think. And I think it is a good game. It's a lot worse than the first game in most respects. I do like the environments. I like the music a lot. Like, there's a lot to love. There's also a lot not to love. The main thing dragging it down is the fact that the main character and all of the other characters except for Fred are fucking insufferable, and I want them all to die in great pain. What would I have changed in the story? Most of it. Frankly, I would have just replaced it with a different story. That's one of the parts that I didn't like. Like, it's serviceable, but I just like, there's better options. I don't like quite a lot of the lore choices they made specifically, and I would have just done it very differently. Yeah, the first story was way better. That's partially because the first story, you got to unpick things by yourself. It was environmental storytelling, which I think works best for Subnautica's world and vibe and mechanics. I think environmental storytelling works best for that. Whereas this is very much like you are led through the story and you have it fed to you, to the point that Robin narrates essentially the themes of the story directly to Alan, as though the audience is too stupid to pick up on the themes of the story themselves in a more subtle and nuanced manner. So, yeah, the writing is... Like, the game overall is like a 6.5. The writing's honestly like a 4.5. It's below average, I would say, for me, personally. For you, the biomes are better except for the jelly shroom caves, and the music is a teeny bit better. I don't think the music's better. I think the music is kind of equal. I would say the biomes... On the whole, I think the biomes are marginally worse. Only because... There are some really peak ones, but a lot of the ones where you spend the most time are just kind of bland, whereas I don't think there was a single bland biome in the first game. So I would say the biomes are slightly below for me. The music is equal for me, I think. I mean, I really love some of the soundtracks from the first game so much. Like, Abandoned Ship is the boppiest bop that has ever bopped. We could be nearing the end of the game, so I'm going to have to take Larry and her friends with us. I never found the fabricator module for the sea truck. No, it's not happening, I don't think. I think I'm right very near the end of the game here. I'm just going to chow down on a whole load of nuts before I leave. Robin's favorite activity, stuffing nuts in her face. You know what? I'm a bad example. I complained about Scarlet King's jokes and then essentially made the exact same joke. I'm sorry, Scarlet King. I apologize. The first story, I think, was just better. I vibed with the themes more. I vibed with the fact that you could kind of imprint personality onto Riley, whereas Robin is very much she has a specific personality, and it is bad. Like, it is an annoying personality. I did make bull jokes during Sekiro. Right, Larry, you're coming with us, and also your two friends that I haven't given names and will not give names. We also need Fred's shaving kit. I don't know why we need it, we just do. I made the decision that we need Fred's shaving kit with us. 11,000. And it's directly north. Like, are we at O? I might as well bring the coffee, yeah. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Excellent question, Luke. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Among other tongue twisters. Why don't I feel like this phase gate facility is crazy. Oh wait, no, I've been to this, haven't I? Yeah, no, I think I've been to the phase gate facility. I think I know where I'm going. Because there was a big phase gate and it was just like shut down. We're just going to ignore that sound. I think it might be a Cryptosuchus. They make such an intimidating noise for something that is so pathetic in combat. I think another aspect of this game that is inferior in the story is at no point did it really feel like I had stakes. Like, yes, they're getting you to cure the infection on the frozen Leviathan, but the infection in the frozen Leviathan hasn't broken out. Like, it's a case of this could break out and we're being preventative. It doesn't have the urgency of this is an active outbreak. This is one of the last bastions of flourishing life on this planet and we need to save it by finding the cure so that we can leave the planet, because otherwise we can't leave the planet. Like, those two things just don't hit the same. Like, it's curing smallpox because smallpox is actively killing massive swaths of the population versus curing, like,
Welcome aboard, Captain.
some version of smallpox that has been made in a lab and isn't actively breaking out and causing trouble. Like, yes, we should destroy the samples of smallpox that we've kept in labs, but it doesn't have the same stakes as when we were curing it because it was actively killing us. What's my favorite type of sweet? I don't eat sweets very much. So I don't really have a favorite type of sweet. The prawn the prawn didn't get nerfed in its jumping ability. It's broadly the same. The grapple, I think, got nerfed a little bit, but the prawn was always terrible at jumping out of water. It got a little nerfed in water, but not a huge amount. But in the first game, its ability to jump out of water was always bad. So that's why its jump seemed kind of impotent there. Steven, he's just not good at the air. Steven, I don't know if this game's going to end right now or if I'm going to need to go somewhere else after Alan leaves. This might be the last time I see you. Who knows? If it is, you are honestly the best thing in this game. Love you. Bye. Keep killing Cryptosuchus and squid sharks for me. Keep killing them. They deserve to go extinct. Also, kill Marguerite if you get the chance. She deserves to go extinct too. Also, kill Robin if you get the chance.
Yes. There is much
What do you mean? Are you preparing to leave? What did she expect to happen? Her to come in and say, "Are you preparing to leave?" Alan, and him to be like, "No, I decided to stay." Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Robin? Oh, it's meant to be sideways. I thought he broke it for a second. I was like, Alan? What's my beef with Marge? I don't like that she's alive because I don't like there being other NPCs alive in this game. I think it ruins the vibe of loneliness that made the first game so good. And I liked the just whole story of the Degassi survivors ending up all dead. I thought that worked well. I thought it thematically, it made sense. I don't feel like it makes sense that she could survive. I feel like they tried way too hard to make her badass and came out cringe on the other end. Like, there are characters that are badass just with ease, and there are characters that are badass in quotation marks because the writer really wants them to be badass, and she is in the latter category. In my opinion. If someone likes her, then totally valid. I just feel that way about her. Hello, Alan. Oh, cutscene. Why did I get pulled forward?
Beyond this teleporter, there is no turning back.
Are you kidding? I can't pass up a chance to see.
I think I've already scanned it. Oh, she's going to the Architect's planet?
I do not.
That's a fucking lie. She's got someone in space waiting for her. Unless she decided to go on this mission and then told the person who, whatever their name was, I don't remember, from the opening cutscene, leave and don't ever come back for me at any point. Which would be crazy. Like, did she come here intending to die? I never got that vibe from the start. Badass derogatory, yeah. So she's just not going back to Earth. Crazy, okay.
I know what we will find out. The others may be sick or angry.
I think they're all dead. I hope they're all dead. If we step through that portal and they're not all dead,
Find peace.
this game's going back down to like a 5.5 out of 10.
Please complete any business you still have on this planet.
I literally just completed
Join me
it.
on the other side when
I'm
you're
so ready to be finished with this game. Signalis next. He is out of here. Okay, this better cut to credits without showing me what's on the other side. I'ma find my way back, Robin, at the start. She did not, in fact, find her way back. Crazy. Makes sense, though. She's very stupid. I didn't look at the vial thing. I don't know. Probably power source. God damn it. We get to see what's on the other side. This is not peak. This is the opposite of peak. I hate it here. Everything better be dead. Why do I feel like we're still on the same planet?
Robin, you're just in time. The phase gate is
Oh, we
open.
are still on the same planet. Okay.
You've been hiding a phase gate here this whole time.
I thought
Only
that
for
was the
last
phase gate.
millennium. It will lead us home.
No wonder you hid yourself from
Why didn't they just make a staircase up here?
It was imperative to keep the homeworld safe, in hopes that the others survived.
Yeah.
Wait. He called it the phase gate facility. Earlier, he said, you meet me at the phase gate facility. And then she said, you've been hiding a phase gate here the whole time? Like, Robin, is it Riley that has brain damage or you? Because why did you forget what he said 10 minutes ago? I thought you couldn't get stupider. I don't remember her ever getting hit on the head, though. That's the thing.
Help me prepare the ship. The energy masts must be moved into place.
Well, this is different.
I'm sorry. She can just use that without... No. Those things are specifically designed for an architect brain, which is much more complicated and much more optimized for that requirement than a human brain. The only way in which she can use these is if he made permanent modifications to her brain before leaving that he didn't tell her about, which emphasizes again the weird vibes that I've got from him multiple times and the fact that Robin should not be going to a different planet with this strange man she hardly knows. Am I supposed to just... What happens if I jump off a cliff? Hold on a second. I can't save right now. I can't save right now. Ah, fucking invisible walls! Fuck you! Just let me save and then I die if I fall off. For God's sake, what's wrong with you? Like, that's just so unnecessary. What am I supposed to do? What do I do? I come down here. I like the clarification, Creeper. What am I meant to be doing? He said, can you help me? But, bro, to be so real, I've never worked with this technology. I don't know what you want from me. What am I doing? The answer is yes, I can ride on his back. No, genuinely, what am I doing? What? Which pillar? Oh, this one. Oh, I see. I didn't even notice. Thank you. Oh, they're just giving their dog shit protagonist with terrible personality godlike powers? Cool. What? Sorry, why is this game kind of written like a fan fiction? Like, am I the only one who gets that vibe? Like, this feels like a fan fiction of the original game. It doesn't feel like a sequel or a spin-off. It feels like a fan fiction. Like, they brought back their favorite forced badass character from the first game who canonically died. They changed a whole load of the lore around. They added their own personality with a terrible personality, their own main character with a terrible personality. And then they gave her godlike powers and an alien boyfriend at the end. Like, it's a fan fiction, right? And not a good one. There can be good ones. It's a stereotypical fan fiction. The original game's story was so complete, this game's story feels tacked on, but you could still do a sequel. There's more you could do without it feeling like a fan fiction. You just don't have to make it like this. There's more you can do in this world.
Return to me and I will initiate ship assembly.
It didn't have to be like a fanfiction, but it is. Oh, she gives her godlike powers back? Ha! You give her a taste of godlike power and then you take it away from her. Yes, Alan!
Thank you.
Hurt her
The
more.
masters are in place. The energy field is ready. There is no time to lose.
Stop making me walk backwards and forwards. Like, this is just an interactive film, which makes it take longer than it needs to. What do you mean odd reaction like a sharp intake of breath? It is a sharp intake of breath. It's not like a sharp intake of breath. That's what a sharp intake of breath is. There's no simile about it. What do you mean? Like, this isn't a subtitle. This is a stage direction. What are we doing? Alan's story 9.5 out of 10, Robin's minus 10,000 out of 10. Genuinely, Alan is more of a main character than Robin. Like, Robin's just here. No, subtitles are good. Subtitles are very good for accessibility. People who have hearing problems, subtitles good. But that's a script cue. That's not a subtitle. Animation is good. Animation, 10 out of 10.
Join me, Robin.
Now she has brain damage. She has brain damage now. She didn't have it earlier, but she has it now. He's like, join me, Robin. Splat. Alan, you need to treat her better. Fully alien abduction, yeah.
I apologize. The levitator was calibrated for heavier bodies.
Bro, you're a super genius. You could have predicted that.
As you can see, I have been fully integrated with the ship.
You've got telekinesis. It doesn't matter if you're fully integrated with the ship. You could just do it. You floated her off the ground earlier. No, the thing is, it's not the same Holovator in the first game, because unless Riley is incredibly fucking heavy, which is possible, but unless Riley is incredibly fucking heavy, the Holovators in the first game were calibrated for human weight of body, is the implication from that line. Which makes you wonder, who was in the enforcement platform? Because it clearly wasn't these bodies. Unless he's just lying and he did just yeet her up into the ceiling and then like, oh shit, I have to come up with an excuse now. Why is she clipping through the floor in a cutscene is an excellent question. I was also wondering that, Bebop.
Is this permanent?
Nothing is permanent.
That's not a helpful
I found the
response,
answers I was
Alan.
looking
You're just
for.
being
I'm
a
ready to
fucking
move on.
obtuse dick.
I can't bring Sam back. But I know she died fighting, and
She's
I have to
narrating
finish
the
her
game's
work.
themes again. She's narrating the game's
listening.
themes again. Someone stop her.
Please brace yourself, and then we will depart.
Let me hold on to the railings here. Oh, that's exactly what I was supposed to do. Why? Look at him! Look out the window! Look out at the window! Fuck off.
1.
We're back in the time vortex, folks. We're back in the time vortex. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Alan, you need better aim.
What will we find when we get there?
Do you think he knows? Do you think he literally said earlier, I don't know what we'll find. He said the words, I don't know what we'll find. 5 minutes ago, she got hit on the head. I can't blame her. She's got short-term amnesia. If I could kill one fictional person, who would it be? I think you know the answer to that, Luke. I think you know the answer to that. So I need to tell you. He will find war crimes? God, I hope so. Maybe he can participate in them and Robin can be a victim of them.
I am the last of my kind. I will experience the sorrow of 10,000 souls dimming.
Okay, dramatic. You see, he's even an edgy alien boyfriend. It's such a fanfiction. Oh, we're back in the time vortex. Let's go. Peter Capaldi. See you, Luke. Be prosecuted? He would be prosecuted. You're right. If they had a functional society. I hate it. We get to see their planet. It's
And if they
awful.
survived?
I don't want to see their planet.
With you,
This is
I am ready to
Coruscant.
face whatever awaits.
Okay, you're you were right, Scarlet King. They were going for that. They were going for the least convincing romance of all time. Why did the image briefly come back before it faded out? Why did the image briefly come back and then fade away again? Oh, this is not good credits music. Where's my bop? Where's my credits bop? Where's my scheduled credits bop? Ben Prunty, you are peak. You did a great job. Everyone else here, a little bit more tenuous. I mean, this is a good track, but it's not my credits bop that I was looking forwards to. I thought we would end on another bop, and we are not. Yeah, so that was certainly a game. What do I say about that game? I mean, it was enjoyable to play. This was the stream that I enjoyed the most out of the 10 streams. By some margin. A large part of that was because the Iceworm section was just very fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, wait, it's a bop now, hold on. Maybe I spoke too soon. This is good. Not because it was the last one. Oh, I thought there was going to be another bop section. It was going to cut, there was going to be a bass layer added on. It was going to repeat the melody again with, aww. I mean, it's still good music, but I wanted the melody repeat with that bass section added in to make it a proper bop. And they even could have added that because the fucking credits are still going. Now we just get silence. Time your credits track to the length of the credits, please. Nice that they mentioned the COVID-19 pandemic. That's a good gesture. I like that. Do we get a funny voice line at the end? Nope. No funny voice line for me. Honestly, this one's more of a bop. I love the title screen music. I think... Alan says bye. Alan just yeets her off the planet. We've had one bop section, yes, but what about second bop section? Quite so, nameless sir. Yeah, overall, I did enjoy playing the game. The characters in the story, definitely by far my least favorite part of it. There are good moments in the story. There are things to like about that ending. Functionally, I don't think I'm against the idea that she actually leaves with Alan and goes back to their planet. I think the idea is fine, conceptually. I just think it's the execution that is poor. First of all, I don't like that we saw the planet at all. I think when we went into that second phase gate, that should have been cut to credits. I don't like that we saw the planet. But secondly, and more crucially, I think that just because Alan was okay as a character, like, I'm fine with Alan. He kept talking, and I don't like when characters talk without me prompting them to talk, but that's a mechanics thing. That's not an Alan thing. Alan was fine. Robin was so insufferable throughout the entire game. I think certain elements of that ending was where she was at her least sufferable. Like, much as I was mocking it, like the little hi to Alan and stuff, like, those were actually, like, personality elements that were somewhat endearing that she hadn't showed previously. Previously, she'd just showed being an annoying piece of shit who states the obvious constantly. So I think her best moments were in this section, but also many of her bad moments were still present in this section. So I think the idea of her, because she doesn't have anything on Earth, she hates Altera, she's lost her job probably, and she just said, I'll find my way back. Maybe if she found some way to try and send a message to the guy, because he clearly gave a shit about her, the guy from the opening cutscene, that might have been a bit better. If she just left something behind to let him know that she didn't just die on the planet, that might have been good. But I conceptually, I'm not against the idea of them leaving together. I just think it doesn't work when, their relationship wasn't really developed. They tried to develop it, but they didn't develop it naturally the way relationships develop. They just developed it through Robin narrating her life's trauma and the game's themes, which is not good writing. It's tell, don't show, turned up to dial 11. And, like, no. And secondly, she's just an annoying character, so it doesn't work for that reason. If she'd been a good character, and if they hadn't had that annoying just spelling out everything that's happening when the previous game was so you work out the story yourself, adding hope to your database is actually, like, it was such a bad line in context. I don't think that line in isolation is necessarily fucking awful. I think it's just the cherry on top of the whole fucking awful nature of interaction that they were having at that point and throughout the game that made it more cringe. There are a lot of things that are cringe that are like the most cringe part of something in context that are not inherently by themselves cringe. I think that line could work in a completely different context where the characters were not inherently already cringe. It would always be a little bit saccharine, but a little bit of saccharine is acceptable. Like, we can sprinkle some sugar on top as long as there's other depth going on, which there wasn't. The depth is not a thing that applies to this game, both in terms of the fact that you do not go as deep down into the ground as you did in the first game, and in terms of the fact that there's no earned emotional depth going on. The game just tells you to be sad about Sam on Robin's behalf, and then doesn't do any work to make her a likable character to make you feel those emotions. So, yeah, I think if you fixed the spelling things out aspect of her character, that would largely fix her character. So I think that's the number one thing you need to change to make the game better. There's still other changes I think you need to make to her character to make it work, but I think that's the number one thing that's going to fix like 90% of the issues with Robin as a main character. So on the whole, I think I would rate this game a 6 out of 10 overall, complete with having had the ending now. It went up a bit during this stream and then it went back down a bit with certain aspects of that ending and the way it was executed. And certainly a lot of the lore changes I'm not happy with as well, like the fact that Sam could synthesize Enzyme 42 when the first game very clearly stated that synthesis is impossible, you need to get it naturally. Not happy about that. I did quite like that Alan was like directly responsible for the first outbreak, like the fact that one of our main characters is the fucking problem. I kind of like that. Like, I think I would probably if I were to choose, if I were writing it myself, I think I would make it that it wasn't explained who was responsible for that, but I'm not against it being in the story. The architects being a hive-minded species is Robin dating all of them. I think it's kind of a Gestalt entity kind of thing where it's like they're connected but they are also individual. So I think I don't think she's dating all of them. I don't think that's how it works. I think it's very much an individual but also connected. That's the vibe I get, because he clearly has his own personality. If he calls the ice in their hive mind, does that mean that he won't find shit since he's all... Well, I don't think he will find shit. My canon interpretation of that ending is he is the last of his kind, because I think that's better. Like, it does even more to undermine the story of the previous game if the rest of the architects are just fucking fine. That would be ludicrous. But I do kind of love that he caused the problem and then immediately just ran and fucking hid at the North Pole. It's like, you coward. You absolute coward. But yeah, anyway, that's my assessment of this game. I'm very want to get into somewhat long and eloquent assessments of the stories of games because my biggest hobby is being a writer. So I'm just very much, I like analyzing stories, and particularly I'm good at pointing out when I don't like things. I'm much better at pointing out when I don't like things than when I do like things. Overall, game is a 6 out of 10, more good than bad. Even though I've done nothing but complain for the latter half of this stream. I have exaggerated a lot of the complaints while playing the game for the sake of humor, obviously. Like, I don't hate this game. It's a good game. Yeah, an interaction between Alan and a Sea Emperor would have been good. Be funny if the other architects found another cure and his cure was useless. That would be hilarious. I think it would, again, undermine the previous game's story. So I would, if it were in the game, I would hate it, but also find it funny. Yeah, this one is okay. I would say, I think the comparison of like the rest of the Dark Souls series versus Dark Souls 2 stands to an extent for this game. I think Dark Souls 2 is better than this game and is better in comparison to its peers than this game is in comparison to Subnautica 1. But I think there is an element of comparison that can be had there in terms of like a lot of the changes that made it worse were small things that didn't need to be done that way, that's just like missed opportunity things. But yeah, my interpretation is that the aliens are gone and Alan is the only one left. You think if Riley was cold more, it would be more... I'm confused. Sorry, I don't think I quite understand the message. Oh, like if Riley found this out. No, the thing about Riley is I feel like he's serving prison for his massive debt because there's no way he paid it off. Like, Riley canon ending is that he doesn't get to land on Earth because of the voice line at the end of the credits of the first game. And I'm okay with that. I like a tragedy. Or he's on like a penal colony or something. Like, there's no way he has enough money on him to pay off his immense debt that they mentioned. It's like 1 trillion credits or something. But I don't think Riley needs to be involved. I don't know entirely what you mean by have you heard the videos. I'm not sure what that means. The spoiler videos of unknown games, I have no idea what you mean. I generally avoid anything that is classified as a spoiler. I mean, as you can see from the pinned messages of chat rules, no spoilers is the very first rule. So I'm very much a no spoilers person, but I don't know what this is in reference to. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I would be happier the fewer connections there are to the first game. There's a lot of technology that carries over that I like the technology carrying over because it's still Altera, but the fewer connections of like direct characters, the happier I am. Like, Marguerite shouldn't be in this, in my opinion. And I don't think Riley should particularly be mentioned either, other than like, oh yeah, someone crashed on this planet. Like, mentioning the crash of the Aurora is fine. I wouldn't like there being a direct reference to Riley. Personally. But that's just my opinion. That is very much just my opinion. Unknown Worlds has uploaded several videos to the radio and it does tell you what happened with Riley. I don't like that. Again, that's adding things to the end of the story of the first game that doesn't need to be added. I don't think that's a story that should be told. I like that ending is open to interpretation. Like, I like when the ending is a question. That ending being a question is part of the point of that ending. In the same way that this ending, showing you just enough of the planet, showing you their building's still there, which, again, I would prefer not see any of the planet, but showing you just enough but not showing you if the aliens are actually still alive. That question is part of the ending. Like, if they then uploaded videos telling you that it was one way or the other, that would severely detriment and undermine the story of this game. And I feel like the same applies to the first game. We shouldn't find out what happens to Riley, in my opinion. Again, that is just my opinion, you know. I am a hobbyist writer who would love to be professional. I am not by any means like a great writer who can pass judgment or like a qualified critic. That's just my interpretation and opinion of it. So I probably won't watch those videos because I like to just leave it to my own interpretation. But yeah, this game was good overall. I enjoyed it. I love this title screen bop. I think I prefer this title screen to Salutations. I'll have to listen to Salutations again to find out, but I think I might prefer this slightly. Salutations was really good. Yeah, so the next game that I'll be beginning to... When do I reckon Subnautica 2 Early Access gets released? I don't know. I don't personally plan to play it because of the drama with Crafton. I don't want to give money to Crafton. Unless they severely make amends with the developers and, like, the CEO gets in the trouble that he deserves to be in from what the rumors have been. I don't intend to play Subnautica 2. Obviously, as a live streamer currently live on YouTube, I cannot endorse acquiring the game through means by which you do not purchase it. I cannot possibly endorse that, and I would not push you to go out there and do that. If you did want to play the game and not support bad companies, I would not endorse that whatsoever. For those at YouTube who are listening. But yeah, I don't plan to play it unless there are serious amends made. From my understanding of the drama, at least. Obviously, anything like this, it's kind of person's word against person's word, but it does seem pretty clear that, from my understanding, that the CEO of Crafton was up to some funky stuff. I won't get any more into it for fear of money coming after me, which, I mean, they won't because I'm a tiny streamer, but, you know, have to cover your back. More for fear of, like, vindictive copyright strikes. You never know with people. But yeah, I don't intend to play it for that reason. But I will be playing Signalis next. Is the next game I intend to play on my weekend slot. So for those who are new to the stream, I tend to do 2 streams a week, usually. Sometimes there are differences to that, but usually 2 streams a week, 1 on a weekday, 1 on a weekend. Currently, my weekday game is Minecraft, but I will be doing a randomizer of the first Subnautica game, hopefully this next week. So there probably won't be Minecraft that week because of that, and that might lead to there being more than 1 weekday stream that week, depending on how much time I have. And then my weekend game replacing this will be Signalis. So I hope everyone enjoyed. For anyone who is potentially interested in joining the Discord, I do have a Discord. I give little announcements there about an hour before I go live. So for anyone who's interested in that, that is there if you wish to join it. Hope everyone enjoyed. Aside from that, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And bye-bye, everyone.